Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have the last Ocarina of... not the last weekly, but we have the last Ocarina of Time weekly before the qualifiers begin next week. So another chance for training the S4 settings. Commentating today will be Emo Soda, Spell and Star1468. Say hello. Say hello.
In which order? Hello.
Yo, what up, Jet? We're here. It's a nice Sunday morning.
It's the EU
morning
week
afternoon
to America.
Sorry for the loudness.
Oh yeah, whose audio are we using?
We have Words for Swords for audio on the restream.
Alright, thank you. Words' audio works. Yeah, that's a bit loud.
Already tuned down. And about 10 runners to ready up before we can go.
Yeah, as usual, never start on time.
Please, this is EU Weekly. We're going to start, well, not this week, I suppose. Last week we didn't either. EU really dropping the ball lately, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't really worry about the start times anymore. I worry more about getting the people there in the first place, getting people connected, you know, having some fun here.
Yeah, hey, the Real Tech Bandit, yeah, subscribing at Twitch Prime, yeah, been a year. How time flies, indeed. I've been around since the beginning of quarantine, and still feels kind of weird.
Now, I have to
Some days I
admit,
still feel like I'm very new, even though I'm definitely not, with, several months experience under my belt at this point.
I have to admit though, I've done quite a few EU Weeklies by now, but I don't think I've ever had an all-EU commentating panel. It's always been me and some Americans. Like, never just another European.
Oi, I'm an American. I'm on the East Coast.
I'm from Europe.
Rolled out of bed at 8 a.m. today.
Yeah, you guys are crazy.
Currently, it's 9 in the morning for me, for reference.
I could be a European.
Alright, today we have a Goron Ruby start. And it looks like that is Kona's song as our starting song.
That's nice though. Opens up quite a lot of the map already.
It's going to be very nice when they go adult.
Not a warp song. So, I mean, for Season 4 settings, I feel like you're always looking for the warp song. Looking for a good way
to... we are spawning in the adult shooting gallery!
Anything that opens up more options for you in Season 4, I feel like is a good thing, and I think a lot of pathing and stuff like that has to get figured out still, but I think overall it should be pretty cool.
Yeah, Rush Chickens. Floofloosh might be doing exactly that by the looks of it as everyone else heads out. World is heading for Market. Saria's object is heading south. And Alfalfa is heading to Market.
Well, I'm a big proponent of the Rush Chickens first strat. I mean, if you dropped right in Kakariko, you might as well. Because, as I say, if it's here, you win 100% of the seats if you just do it first. Not a high chance of success, though, but, you know.
You cannot do adult shooting gallery as child. Straight up, a dude isn't there. Also, the fact that you can't use a bow as child.
Yeah, it's weird they even coded that in, to be honest. If you go there as a child, just no one there.
Yeah.
Like, someone had to program that logic.
Yeah, no. Huh. But in entrance randomizer, you can't. That kind of spawn can actually be in logic for child to access whatever entrance is there. Midas has for Saria's object and the child shooting gallery for words. As Alfalfa's heading for ranch, actually. Light arrows and Mitos.
I just want to see the
and
chicken spray
BGS.
work out, to be honest.
And was that a butter knife in Mitos' house?
I didn't see it. I was too focused on this child shooting gallery.
Yeah! Mitos' house have both swords! Thanks, game! Lights and both swords, thank you. Can't complain, I guess it's Deku Tree time for Sarias. And fire arrows on Talon's chickens, okay. Porty Skulls is dead. River is way of the hero. Frogs 2 is dead, and I missed the last hint. Or the first hint. Porty was dead? Okay.
Yeah, Furiel in chat, this is like one of the best things about Season 4. Kind of differences between that and Season 3 is the start is very fast. You can just pretty much go wherever you want to. That's Sphere 0, Sphere 1, that kind of thing. So no rush to CL as you already start with that.
Yeah, we're just going to check out this hint here. Alfalfa picked up Minuet off Malin and Ranch. Fire Temple is foolish.
Nothing. I'm so disappointed.
And yes, chickens was junk.
There's the recovery heart. Come on. Come on, Anju. I expected better.
And Words is actually... Does Words not realize it's S4 settings and it's free Zelda? It's rare to go for the second hint at Hyrule Castle. Nothing in the silo.
Yeah, I see this quite a lot. I think going for the hints makes sense. Early on, you really don't have all the information to make your decisions.
Okay, yes, just a hint. Yes, it is. Bolero on Saria, and, Water Bosky's vanilla, it looks like there.
Okay, depending on the player, you can be a lot more hint-based, kind of like Birds is being. I don't think it's bad either. The hint stones get better because there's few of them, or there's fewer of them, right? With the grottos turned off.
Yeah.
Correct. Second hint is Fountain is foolish. That is rather foolish today. And Fire is still foolish.
Second one, though, I forget where the first Baron was for Fire, but it gets a lot of coverage. Okay.
To be fair, when I see Fire as Baron, it just makes me really happy. No need to go all the way up. Just get that boss key, get out of there.
Yep, SFM Way of the Hero. Oh dear, Bolero? Bolero is not a common way of the hero, and even if it is, it's always got some very convoluted logic behind it.
Yeah, it just means that hookshot and hover boots are not easily accessible usually, which is always weird.
Or every single method of getting into the crater, treasure game is dead. Which is strengths, bows, hammer, and bomb bags all have to be locked behind Bolero access to the crater.
Yeah, it can be
yes, I have seen that. I have rolled a seed where where Bolero's way of the hero, hover boots were in Mito's house, but Bolero locked all bomb bags, strength upgrades, bows, and the hammer, as we see the eyeball frog in the basement of Deku Tree.
Yeah, I think it's less likely that it's bombs in this case, because Fire Temple is Baron. So Bolero is Fire Temple is probably a medallion, I'm going to guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would have to lock a ton. It's very unlikely to be Bolero way to here with Baron Fire, but so likely to be the other song or maybe the item, but you never do know.
It could also be Bolero.
It's not super uncommon. In this case, it could be like a hookshot in there. It could be anything that locks access elsewhere.
Fire is foolish, though, so there's not much that could be there. So they can't.
That's true. That's true.
So there's very little. It's vanilla. Yeah.
Nice.
It could also just be that Fire Temple is Forest Medallion that locks a song that we need. Like, there's a lot of like things that could be true that basically are because the items are distributed in such a way that Bolero.
Riddle's Letter on Ocarina Memory Game.
Oh, that's nice. Good sound. Opens up a lot of places.
Unfortunately, Fountain is foolish, but River is way of the hero, so once they find a way in, they're going to go turn it in and check it.
Yeah, hopefully they find a scale so they don't have to go all the way up River that way. You can just go down and up.
Alfalfa checking out this really quite loaded Mito's house. I love how the Kokiri sword and Vigoron sword are right next to each other.
Still not okay with Link just raiding Mito's house, to be honest. Like, it's basically just burglary right here.
Mito's just a kind of an asshole, so I don't feel
that
so
doesn't
bad.
make it okay, though. I'm an asshole. People shouldn't be robbing my house either.
There aren't any laws in Hyrule. I mean, Link's not been arrested how many times? And it's done some very questionable shit, I would say. But he's saving the day, so I mean, what can we do?
Might have just holding all those swords, so we'll never be able to go to see the Deku tree.
A wallet.
It has a
on
wallet.
Goma.
And the Key Sword Chest has just a nut. Words is heading for ranch now. Spirit Medallion Deku Tree, nice.
Yeah, I do love people still doing the broken stick setup, but that's not really necessary anymore now, right? Like when you have the sword.
Give me a sec, I will adjust my microphone. Sorry about that, chat.
It's not super required. You can do it either way, it doesn't really matter. Some of that comes down to comfort. You're pressing a different button, so as long as you know you can do it with whatever button combo you use, then I don't really see an issue with it. But we're gonna see all the runners go to Deku with an early Kukuri sword. It's just one of the best options in the early game. Previously also seen in Randomizer in that you just always rush Deku at the very start of Seed, so it's very nice that it's closed in Season 4.
Yeah.
The sword's not usually in too bad of places, and oftentimes it's way the hero, so Crater way the hero.
Interesting.
With Bolero as well, makes me think there's probably a song there that looks like a hookshot or something.
Yep.
That's gonna put some pressure on the runners to go to adult with that Bolero that they got. Song of Time at Iron.
Song of Time where, sorry?
Ice Cavern.
Huh, okay.
And before that ends up being useful. I've seen it before. Very S4-y start though, we're just a little bit off place, but you know, we can still do Deku 3, we can still go to Kokiri Forest. I mean S3 start, sorry.
Yeah, I think the settings do a really good job at like, not emulating, but which would be kind of a funny word to use, but this is kind of like a good way of like kind of getting that feeling of Season 3 settings. You know, it feels like a weekly setting Seed.
Yeah, it feels
I
very
think it does
Season
really
3, even though it isn't.
Yeah, I mean, there's some like parts here and there that are mishmashed, and it's like a jigsaw puzzle with the pieces cut out differently. It's just different.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's pretty same.
It's French Season 3, as we would like to say when it's an item.
Yeah. Just clearing up some Deku Tree. Words is looks like he's going to market. We'll see if he goes adult. It'll be a pretty early adult. He's gotten all 3 songs with the minuet at Lon. It's really helped save a lot of time. I don't think we've seen Valley yet, though, right?
No, yeah.
We have not.
Wow.
I would like to see an early adult play. I think it makes a lot of sense with the hints that we've been given so far.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially with River, I'd rather just go up River as adult, right? You're
Yeah,
saving
exactly.
a lot more time by not having to use the chicken. You just dip out there when you go domain if you have Song of Storms, and if not, then just don't do it, I guess. But
Yeah.
Double Deku Tree on the left side. Words is doing Richard. This one can actually be quite hard to route in S4 with Free Zelda, because you don't really need nighttime in market nearly as much. So this is some nice routing here for Words.
yeah, I didn't look at the exact ordering that he had at the early game. Ooh,
Hey.
Scale. There we go.
Speaking of River, I can now do that as child.
No, you can go downriver, yeah. I would still rather do this as an adult, but at least you
Yeah,
have the option now.
Especially because the save warp is so, especially because we can't save warp for Kokiri Forest.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he really?
Other words is save warping to market. Gonna do Night Cack Skulls probably while he's here.
Probably his Dampe time, I'd imagine. I think he's really close to it.
Yeah, I think he has it.
That would make the most sense as to why he's like kind of committing this much to it. Otherwise, I feel like just going adult, trying to find Serenade. I think that might be a stronger play, right?
Yeah, I feel like you can do this later.
It's available. You
Yeah.
have Minuet and Bolero. Like, I think for me, I'd be a lot more song-based, but we'll see if this pays off. Oh, I missed that frog earlier.
Yep.
Good old
Yeah,
buddy
the star
frog.
spot is funny. Adult shooting gallery. It is indeed Dante time for words, because that's exactly where he's going.
If you want mean potato in the pool, I think that'd be cool, personally.
Man, just some love from Uncle Dante.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
we'll see
such
what-
luck.
What's in Shield and Crave? Maybe there's something?
We can
I
help.
don't know. Nope.
Just some money. Makes sense when you think about what people used to put into graves back in the day. You know, they put a lot of money in there because you needed to cross the river in the underworld.
Yep.
I don't think he's getting the skulls.
Interesting. Might wait for later. It's not hard to come back with save warp being Kakariko.
Seems like synced kills from Foolish and Alfalfa at the same time. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's literally
Yep.
synchronized
Yeah.
on my HUD.
Yeah, same.
That's
Minuet
nuts.
actually does make getting to Lost Woods a fair bit easier for words. I'm hoping he's going to do Ocarina, clear out Lost Woods, including Ocarina Memory Game before going to River, because his Rudo's letter is in here, and it would make for some much better routing if you can pick up his letter first.
Yeah, if we can pick out the letter and then go down the river, and rather than remain, I think it might be worth it because you open up Ice Cavern. But otherwise,
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Fountain, Foolish, and no Boomerang, routing in the out domain would be good.
I generally really like where it's routing here. I think it's pretty good.
It was really cool from Alfalfa's side. Just immediate save warp to CAC after doing Deku. I think that they're just gonna go straight market adult.
Yeah, I think
Looks
that's
like it.
probably right.
It's a really cool way to use the save quit as kind of a tool to complete the seed. And
Yeah.
the season 4 has definitely opened that up. a lot
Yeah, I think
more.
it's season 4 in general, like the way you save warps has definitely changed a little bit, which is I think always a good thing when the small things change. It's a little bit more nuanced to how you tackle certain things.
Yeah, a lot of the overworld kind of segments, like point A to point B to point C, they change depending on what your spawn is.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
terms of value. So you have to just keep that in mind while you're running as well.
Yeah, I think there's way more decision making involved in season 4, and that I really like that personally.
Sorry is also coming to market.
Yeah, probably also will go adult, knowing him.
Really good time of day. Can get all of day market. Maybe even get the hen at castle. It'll be night. Gets the night stuff. Goes adult.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have a bomb bag, unfortunately, so I can't get the bomb tube bowling, but it's always just kind of right there.
Yeah, it's
Fine
not
prelude.
Yeah.
Yeah, lol to one of our checkers, Sandy Sweet, saying that they were this many days old when they realized that the adult shooting gallery is what the workers are building in Cactus Child. Yeah, it's definitely a funny sight to see Link come out of a wall.
There's some other funny ones, like when you spawn one of the shops in Hyrule Castle as an adult, and you walk out and it's just a ruined town.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
also,
so that's pretty
I
funny.
love these unused Zora's River warp that you can occasionally end up get randomizing into due to a warp song randomizer, owl randomizer, or save warp randomizer. Because there was an unused loading zone in Zora's River about 100 feet in the air or something like that that takes it as Zora's domain. I'm not sure what the original use was. They
think
don't
it's
actually
called-
use it in the finished game, but the loading zone still exists, and it's always funny to see Link just randomly drop out of 100 feet in the air.
There's also one in Lake Hylia, I think, right? That does that.
I'm not sure on that one. Oh, yeah, 50 skills is a bottle, so technically not dead, but they're also not going to get it.
Yeah, I think that's a really good save warp, actually. If you ever see that, it's a really nice place to get to Lost Woods, or CAC,
Yeah.
or Field, or Domain. Like, it's a really nice kind of choke point on the map.
Yeah, I think the river is like, because it's kind of annoying to get to as well. Like, there's no real quick path to get there that feels like good. But when your safe warp is there, it's really easy to get there, and there's so many places that lead out of it. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it is. It is a good save bar, but it's just also comedic value. I know I was very surprised when I first saw the. Oh wait, why did Link just get dropped off 100 feet in the air above Sora's River? And then I had someone in chat explain what that was. Unused loading zone. It's fun. Alright, a pet check here from Alfalfa. This is, let's see what our medallions are. We have Shadow, DC, Water, Fire, Spirit, and Deku Tree. Yep.
Yeah, so I was right about the fire medallion.
Everyone.
Yeah, no, that seemed predictable with the way of the hero.
Yep.
Could still be something else, but that's kind of where my mind went immediately.
Yep. Alright, adult save warp check for Alfalfa is Kakariko. Ha!
All roads lead to CAC.
Sure.
Every time.
CAC is the Rome of Hyrule, to be honest. Everything goes there.
Where's
Yep, Song of Storms and Minuet. That is more likely to be Way of the Hero than Bolero.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see what the song is there.
Oh yeah, Way of the Hero Crater, Way of the Hero Bolero. Let's see what's here.
Bolero's also really nice. It lets you look at 2 different checks. So let's see
I
the crater
have-
wall.
What
Crazy.
is that? On the crater wall.
I didn't get a good look at it. It
Me
might have been
neither.
Iron Fruit.
Well, Crater for once is not Way of the Hero for the song, because it's Prelude. It's not full. Prelude and Serenade can no longer be foolish in Warp and Save Warp Brando, but Prelude is also not Way of the Hero today.
That looks like...
It's like bomb refill.
Yeah, it looks like regular bombs.
That looked like junk on the crater, on the volcano, yeah.
Yeah, it was something brown on the wall, though. I don't know what it was.
I don't know
Get
either.
Bomb
another
ban.
look on Saria's side here.
Looks like a rupee.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea. I
it's
cannot see what's on the wall.
I think it's junk, yeah.
Looks like an arrow.
CAC can never be foolish in these settings. With Save Warp Randomizer, no songs can be foolish. So no song locations can be foolish. Loopy on Alfalfa for Man on the Roof. Yeah, I can't tell what either crater freestanding item is today. I'm really bad at telling them apart. More nothing for Alfalfa. If things look a little funky on Alfalfa's side, especially the rupees, that's because Alfalfa is a keyboard Mac user, and thus looks a little. Their game tends to look a little bit different from the usual.
Wait, keyboard?
Yeah, keyboard. Alfalfa is a keyboard player.
Hey, that's fine. I play a lot of games with keyboard and mouse as well, especially on the GameCube. It's a bit weird at first, but you can get used to it.
Yeah, you can. I'm just pointing it out in case Chet is curious as we see Saria's song in the windmill.
It's pretty boring. Windmill guy couldn't try any harder than that.
So, Luke is heading off the river now. Saria's object is actually going to turn Naruto's letter here. Strength upgrade on Adel Anju. Yeah, we don't know what Ocarina of Time is yet.
We haven't had that hint yet, nope.
Kinda hope it's Zio.
Yeah, early letters, some of the time in ice. True, it does actually kind of concern me a little bit too.
That's why the seed's giving you a scale, so you can go do Jabu.
Yeah, exactly.
And you get letter already, and your boomerang is gonna be in GTG. It's gonna be a good seed, everyone.
A lot of things hint that way, yeah. We'll see how it goes, but
Yeah,
those hints, they make me worried.
that they do. Alright, let's see. Way of the Hero, Zora's River for Floosh. What's here?
Yeah, first look at River.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
pretty good.
Yeah. I don't remember what was on the lower river item. Nothing in the TARDIS, just the heart container in the
Well, you
TARDIS.
skipped past it, so we can at least probably assume it's nothing important.
Yeah. Heart piece. Yeah, I think Floosh likely knows the glitchless jumps to the items in River as adult. And OoT Serenade. That's not useful.
No, so it's not AD at least not full AD. Could be item
No.
AD, you know, but
It's not
Okay.
AD for the song.
yeah,
Maybe next time.
maybe next time. I think we had one of those
Oh.
yesterday in the Silver Gauntlets
Hook
Pictionary
shot.
race.
Not an upper river. That's in logic as child with a scale. And that's certainly Way of the Hero with
Ooh,
medallion
look
water.
at that. Hook shot. Hook shot in
And-
river. That's a pretty obvious Way of the Hero, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Always nice to have, to be honest.
Floosh was just standing there for a sec.
I think he was wondering what to do.
Yeah.
It's a really good question too, because I don't know. what are
Yeah,
you gonna do with this Way of the Hero hookshot?
I probably would
I think-
explore more Death Mountain Crater.
I think going forest makes a lot of sense. You already had Minuet. You had Boleros. If you wanted to go to Crater, you could.
Yeah. I think
And
Forest also
strength,
could
you
call.
could go to DC. I think DC makes a lot of sense, especially knowing it's Medallion.
Yeah,
So I think
agree.
Floosh is just going to,
Oh, bracelet.
especially now with the strength too, right?
Now I
'Cause,
would definitely go Forest, like without a doubt.
Yeah.
I don't know. Without Bow,
No, I like
I'm a little
it.
down on it. I'd rather find more items first. I think dipping DC, it's a required progression, so I feel like it's a better bet than Forest would be. But
Oh, did I say I meant DC? Sorry. Yeah, no.
Oh,
of
okay.
course. Yeah, no. I would not go Forest without a bow. That makes no sense.
let's say, like, that's a pretty aggressive. Kind
If
of
I didn't
dip.
have
mean,
strength, I would probably do Forest Courtyard because it's still like something you're bound to do anyway. You know, so
Yeah, and knowing Song of Times and Ice, I think they'd much rather just go to Ice, right? You could just rush Ice in the sea. You could be there at the 30-minute mark if you really wanted to. If you found the scale, letter, go turn it in, and then just go Ice. I mean, I think that'd be a pretty fine play.
Yeah.
It's not really
Cool.
sexy. It's Song of Time. It's like
it's not
rubber
really
chicken.
sexy.
It's like I don't really want that, but I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, with skill hookshot and strength early, we had. Well, Crater Access is not locked behind Bolero. Sarius did Sarius Object, words. I was like words, so it's not. Words are hard. At any rate, so Bolero would only be with here if the item on the volcano is hovers or locks hovers.
Bombag's got to be somewhere pretty soon. I think DC is going to be locking ZL on Prelude, if I had to guess.
Likely, yeah.
I agree with that.
So I think
Hookshots for Alfalfa and Sarius now.
it comes down to where you think Bombag's going to be for the runners. Or if you just go into DC hoping to clear it. There's just a Bombag in DC. I mean, how many times has that happened?
Oh, so
Only
many
like
times.
1,000,000 times.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice, it's cool. Don't stop doing it, Randomizer, but pretty likely occurrence.
Statistically, it's just very likely to happen. Yeah.
I mean,
Lot
if you
of
see
check.
like 10 spots on the ground where a lightning bolt is hit, are you really gonna stand there? I don't think so.
Yeah, we could need ice caverns. All right, we are gonna see. Alfalfa is now in Death Mountain Crater once more. We'll see where they go.
No way to break that rock. I don't know. I think I like the DC play better because you can actually. Oh, is
Long shot
that?
is what's in Crater's bag.
Okay, well I did not
I
see
guess
that. I
it's
just
not
saw the tip
arrows.
of that and I thought it was an arrow. Yeah.
I couldn't see it at all. I'm terrible at identifying items.
Props to Alfalfa's eyes, to be honest, because they're better than mine. That's for sure.
Same here.
Yeah, definitely
Same
way the
here.
hero. Definitely way the hero.
Oh,
So
bomb
now-
bag on the...
I mean,
Was that
now you have the
bomb
option of
bomb
I'm
bag
gonna
on
have
the
to make
crater
a schedule an appointment with my
Wow.
petition, I think, because this is really bad.
That's hilarious.
Man.
Bomb bag on the volcano.
I don't think he's got a good look at that either. Otherwise, I think buying a bean, turning in letter makes the most sense. And for that, I think words is possibly gaining time here on the other players.
Yeah, Virgil Dante. Hookshot does not lock longshot. You can get into Crater by blowing up Link to go on with strength.
Yeah, the sphere is zero strength.
And yes, nice rupee count for Sarius object. Alright, Crater ground.
Very nice. Yeah. Gotta keep that
And
old meme
Alfalfa, by
alive.
the way, showing off how you do blow up Link to go on with a strength upgrade. Having a little trouble, but gets it. There's the mirror shield. Alright, way in the hero Crater, everyone.
Suddenly we're having tempo. We do see Fluflush in DC, which I really like. I still think it's good, regardless. I think it's rarely a bad play. It's just so high density. I don't know. It's so
Yeah.
quick.
But yeah, what the heck is this Crater? It's confirmed at least double way of the hero for Longshot and Mirror Shield. Bomb bag might be way of the hero, although that's unlikely.
Did Sarius plant the bean actually?
Yes,
Yeah,
they
he
did.
did.
That's how
Okay,
they have
okay.
the bomb bag.
Man,
The Goron's junk, never mind the frog. This could be a jet seed, yes.
Could be.
it's gonna line it up with DC right afterwards. Just really strong. Really
Yeah,
strong.
it's a great opener.
That could
I
be
mean,
a-
Burning Cactus Requiem.
Requiem Spirit. Nah, it's probably not required because of the items we have. Well, yeah, it's not, but...
I mean, I'd rather have it.
Yeah, I like having Requiem. It saves a lot of time. But...
Yeah. Yeah, we also saw a second wave of the hero Crater hit in Zora's domain. Even if we see a third, though, we know it's confirmed double wave of the hero for Longshot and Mirror Shield, so not much. Magic in the kill wall, okay.
Damn.
No, I don't believe this will be a jet seed, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Pretty much every Season 4 seed is like this, where the start is really condensed, you get like 10 to 15 items, and then you
I
run
actually
into the end game, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a very healthy thing overall.
Yeah, I think jet seats are just really bad for the game in general.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There is
but-
love in DC. Production. Not much use, though, in these settings.
You're gonna get like a group of items like 1 to 4, that number of kind of things that you need to complete the game, and it'll be really a question of, okay, Matt, what do you do outside of progression with all your way the heroes fulfilled? And I think it's a pretty solid question. That's probably the most interesting part, is that in the mid game to the late game, like, what do you do for Season 4?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has a solid answer for that yet.
I don't think so. By the way, yes, this was a Siberian seed. Siberian's doing the restream this week. I have just done commentary. The runners are getting a break from Star Special EU weeklies.
I mean, after the last
Probably
one, I think
everybody-
we're all happy for it.
Probably a good thing considering their train wreck I rolled last week. Mind you, although the weekly was still better than the seed I rolled the next day for another race, and that had turned out to have some really idiotic hint logic that got you eventually to a vanilla bomb bag, and not dumb. We've had enough Star Specials, thank you. You're going to see more for Qualls. And for the tournament as well, both Challenge Cup and main tournament. Since I'm an admin for an organizer for the Challenge Cup, and I am a race streamer, I think. So, main tourney. So I'll end up doing main tourney seeds. Welcome in, Ethic Plays. Star Special equals Plando. You're not entirely wrong, Tomotak. You're not entirely wrong. I have quite a few times had Trenteri, who is an expert in logic, go, "What the heck did you roll? Why is that a thing?" For various particularly dumb logic things I've rolled in the past.
We're seeing some fishing here. My question is to the other commentators here. Earth's Sword has this graph going on. What the hell is that? Does anyone know?
It's for his time cycle, so he's
Is
using
that what
light
it
split.
is?
Yeah, he has a thing of splits, yep.
Damn, you need to get this. Graphs are cool.
Graphs
That
are
is pretty
cool.
neat. I've never actually seen
as
that
long
one
as-
from anyone else.
Well, as long as they actually provide you information, right, that you can use in a seed, I feel like, for me, I probably wouldn't use it just because of, I don't think it's totally relevant info unless
Oh, but it
you're
looks
looking
cool,
for very
dude.
specific things. And
It
I
looks
just
so
write
cool.
down all my timestamps, actually, so...
Yeah.
for me, it's a lot more flexible that way, so depending on what settings there are, you can kind of plan accordingly. But at least for
Yeah.
Season 4 settings, I don't know. I don't think it's like too complex that you need, a math degree for to know what's happening. But
No.
I don't know. That's just me though.
Yeah. Star Festival equals brutal planned out teehee. Yeah. Emo here I know has played a couple of my seeds.
They're not that bad. I mean, I think there are some people that roll much worse on average, but they don't roll very many seeds, so I don't know. I still think like every roll from Trez is just bad.
True.
Just every single one. I've never seen a good Trez seed.
Yeah, very
ever.
true.
I've seen some good seeds out of you.
I have no idea what Saria's object just did because I was not looking at that, so I cannot tell you. What the Night's Loud videos, I don't know what Saria's did.
It's just doing DC, right?
Yeah, but apparently according to VXR, something oddly happened. Nothing
Well,
in
as long as he-
King Kong.
As long as he didn't do like timer stop, that'd be kind of bad. But
Regain control as the mouth was opening.
Oh no, that is allowed. I think.
oh no, that's fine. Yeah,
That's fine.
So
Yeah,
for
I was
that,
gonna say.
yeah, you're just moving while the cutscene is happening, basically. But you're skipping the cutscene for Link, so it's kind of weird in how it works. But pretty much you just bomb the wrong eye and then bomb the right eye at the same time.
Yeah.
And you can just do that. It's pretty swag. It's pretty uncommon. You don't see it very often, but it is legal.
Yeah, Sari does it quite often. He likes to swag strats like that.
Yeah,
Often.
I mean, you gotta show off when you can, right?
Yeah, and
Makes
he
it
does
look
like
cool.
showing off.
Showing off the restream, I'd imagine too.
Yeah, he practices a lot of really unnecessary tricks, but they look cool, so...
Extra.
I can relate. I would do that too if I were more of a runner.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more pragmatic, I would say. But
Yeah, for sure.
A swag is appreciated no matter who you are, I think. It's just cool.
Yeah.
It's like if you can do like backflips while you do laundry, sure, it's unnecessary. You don't need to do that. There's some inherent risk to that. But,
There's magic in
it's
DC though. I think that's pretty huge, by the way. We're kind of just glossing over it because we're so impressed by the swag, but...
The magic was in
swag's got me
Deathman Trail.
mesmerized.
If that magic
Yeah,
was in the
it's
trail
DMC.
wall, not in DC, I should. No,
Fair, yeah, okay, true. We still missed it though.
still bombs locks though, which is a problem for everyone who didn't get the bomb bag off the volcano yet.
Yeah. Is it only Sari that picked it up?
they
Yeah,
all
Cyrus
wanna-
is
they
the only
all
one to
wanna
plant
know-
the bean.
I would have gotten a bean.
I'm
and
not
gotten
sure
it
if
by
the
now, I
others
think.
didn't see it or what happened. I know I didn't see the bomb bag.
That's why. Isn't that probably why Bolero is Wave the hero? I think imagine like hover boots are kind of hard to get by. That's what I'm reading out of it.
Yeah, but that would have to lock hover boots and both of the other bomb bags.
I mean, that's definitely not impossible, to be fair. Because
No,
bombs
it
can
is
lock a
not.
lot of things. So
They didn't have a lot of things left outside of bomb lock things. So I can kind of believe that as well.
Mhm.
Was a 10 skull here? Melfalfa.
Okay, Worlds is now picking up bombs. It's just some money off 10.
Falfa's rupees look weird.
That's
you guys notice
I
that
mentioned
too?
earlier. That's
Oh, he
because
plays some Mac, right? Yeah. Never
Mac.
mind.
Yeah, combination of Mac and the fact that they are a yeah, Mac is the main one, and so their emulator is a little unusual.
I see.
Worlds evidently is having a bit of a hard time trying to figure out what that is on the volcano. It is not easy to identify.
No, it really isn't. Bomb back kind of blends into the smoke as well. So you easily
Yeah.
think it's just regular bomb refill like we did earlier.
I just couldn't see it at all, I'll be honest.
I saw it was round, so I assumed it was bomb refill.
Whenever it's not like immediately available or apparent what it is, I feel like it's a better idea just to go for it, especially if you're right by the beam. Just go up and get it.
And with Bolero potential wave the hero in this case, yeah, you just go pick it up, whatever the heck it is. Yeah. Hello. Question from chat. No, so they need the 6 medallions to get the game's boss key and the bow magic and light arrows to defeat Ganondorf. And so the medallions and stones, which one is in each dungeon, is randomized. Today our medallion dungeons are Shadow Temple, the Dongo's Cavern, Water Temple, Fire Temple, Spirit Temple, and the Deku Tree. So they need to come to collect the items to beat those dungeons, and then bow magic and lights besides.
Also, I think further evidence that the Bolero is actually for bombs is because we got skills so early. So that's like the only way we really could have could have even reached the beans in the first place. Like otherwise,
Correct.
it kind of
If that is our first bomb bag,
I think it all really lines
for
up quite nicely for that.
It does. No one wants to do it, but yeah, so we've got a few options. GTG is actually... So, for non-bomb luck checks, we can do some things in GTG.
I think GTG is a pretty good play, actually. Thinking about it.
They have a Pona song, they have a hook shot.
Yeah. You don't have a bow, but there might very well be one in there, since it's pretty high density. I think Ice Cavern you can also make a really good argument for, though.
Yeah, but one of the wells a maybe, but I'd really rather like to have Zelda's Lullaby first. Because of the well. They started with a Pona song, Virgil Dante. Saria's song was in the Windmill, a Pona song was what they started with.
Ooh, look at
Here's
that.
the bow, read it, Grotto. GTG's even better of an idea, although Forest Temple is also now full clearable. Stone Forest. Everyone, there's magic for words.
Changes his mind. This looks like he's going to go there, and now I'm not sure what he's going to do. He might be doing a shooting gallery only. Could be thinking about it still.
Sarius doesn't have the strength off Adel Andreas, that's where he's going. I think, no, he does.
He does, yeah.
No, it just can't keep track. So yeah, Forest Temple's now a choice. Strength 2 off Frogs 1, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, I think Forest is a really strong choice. And with Strength 2, I also think GTG becomes a much stronger choice now, because that locks like four chicks. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
2 really good options here, I think.
Oh, Hoverboot's an adult shooting gallery. That's bomb lock.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
kind of just checks out what I already thought about this.
Yeah, Bolero Way of the Hero still looking very likely. By the way, Song of Storms Way of the Hero is a potential as well. That unlocked the Frog Strength 2.
Gotta admit, you don't really see that often though, Bolero Way of the Hero, but
You
it
really
can happen.
It does happen. It's fairly rare, and the
It's
logic
always some
tends
really
to get-
cookie logic when it does happen.
Yes, it does. Create some really cracky, really weird logic when Bolero's Way of the Hero. Are we actually 3 items from no mode? Hammer, Dins, and Irons? You're not wrong. We're actually 3 items from no mode. VXR.
There's gonna be somebody in this race that like 6 trips CAC or something like that, right? Like they're gonna forget the Reed Grotto, come back for that, go to Forest, come back for the hovers.
Yep.
Something runs 20, you have to go there again. Like it's Seed's gonna get out of hand soon. It's
Yeah, this is
gonna keep
getting
going like that.
ridiculous. And also, okay, Alfalfa. Once they pick up their mirror shield, which will happen because they're going to pick up Bombek and then pick up the mirror shield shortly after.
For sure.
Spirit Temple's looking like a really, really good idea for Alfalfa right now. They, the one problem is they don't have Zelda's Lullaby.
I don't know. I would still go for GGG first, but I think that's
GTG in a way, yeah. Yeah, Nocturne is probably vanilla at this point. Vanilla or Composer Grave. We're still missing because we're missing Nocturne, Zelda's Lullaby, and Sunsong. I think no, Burning Requiem. Yeah, no, never mind. So Burning is Requiem. So I'm missing one other. We know Ice Cavern, A Song of Time. What? Okay, we're missing Composer Grave. We're missing Prelude, and we're missing the Colossus check as the third. Right? Whoops.
Yep.
Also, Saria's object, I forgot, has Ganon's Castle access, because it is 2-6. 2 Medallion Bridge, 6 Medallion Boss Key.
Yep. I think going cannons is almost always a good call. Like, it's pretty high density. Like, unless it's like foolish, but like, it's high density.
Yeah.
It's pretty quick. It's kind of, you can go there pretty easily. It's
The
usually
best
Yeah, so-
part is that you
Saria's
can full gear
can-
outside of strength 3. So I think for that, you definitely go here.
Yes, yeah, because Saria's subject is Longshot and hovers for, the Shadow Trial 2, which is about the only one that would have been a little troublesome, but Forest and Water Trials are free. World City Maze for Alfalfa has a red rupee on the left. Forest and Water Trials are free, Spirit Trials available. There's a second wallet. Zeal of the Colossus, okay. And some bomb chews.
Bomb Chew's really nice.
I agree. I always love to have those. Even if you have bombs, they have so many good uses.
It's just faster.
That too, yeah, they're pretty nice and fast.
Well, with Zeal of the Colossus and Requiem on Burning Cack, the odds are that technically the lens is out there somewhere to cross the wasteland.
Yeah, almost certainly. Probably in GTG. At this point, actually, I might even skip GTG and just go get my thing.
Yeah.
It'll be lens on toilet, and it'll be required for market.
That would be a good laugh.
Don't even humor the thought, please.
Hey, I'm just trying to give the seed
No,
idea.
no one
So
wants
if it hasn't
that.
figured it all out yet, we're just fine by the seat of our pants. Imagine that, if the seed could just change itself as you go.
Nah, nobody wants
Variable-
this. Nobody wants
Variable,
this.
variable logic, let's go.
No.
That would be
But that
so
would be
sick.
hilarious, to be honest.
That
if
would be
was
so
the thing.
sick. Yeah. Well, I'm also the maniac that wants all rooms and dungeons in like mixed pool. So I don't know if you should be listening to me.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
Too much.
There's a bomb bag for Floosh. Alfalfa is going to finish off DC now. Just a couple minutes behind words.
Oh wow, look at that.
Nothing in Spirit Child 2 for Saria's object.
Really cool long shot from the crater beam to the crater wall for Bush.
Yeah, I love that. It's a nice
I
little
don't think
trick.
I've seen that before.
Oh
I've seen
yeah,
it
that's
before.
pretty neat. This will be Mirror Shield for Flu. Forest Trial here for Saria's object.
You get a seat like this. It's pretty obvious what it wants you to do, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
Go to the dungeons. Rush
yeah,
dungeon.
exactly.
Yep, Rush Dungeon. Nothing in Forest Trial. Or anything else really in Gen's Castle. It's been pretty dead so far. Water Trial is next. There's 2 checks here, and then Shadow Trial will finish out Saria's object trip through. Saria's objects trip through Ganon's Castle for the moment, since no Strength 2 even. Never mind Strength 3 for Late Trial. Loopy.
It'd be really bad for Sarius if you found the other strength here.
Yeah, and
You're really good
just
overall.
a bottle.
Yeah. Bottle could be
It is-
really good. We don't know what's on 30 yet, right?
No, we do not.
not as likely to be good with long shot. There's just a lot of more skills and logic with it. So it's probably for nothing.
Yeah. You also have Rudo's Letter and the scale to turn it in, so that is not an issue anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Does make ice a little bit better. Could influence Arius on where he goes next. I mean, he has a couple different options, and I think the best one is definitely go GTG now, especially with the bow, like kind of like we were saying.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave from castle with Eponas, clear field out, maybe. A lot of really good options available.
Yep.
I think Iron's in general are in a good spot. I probably would give the edge slightly to Sarias. I think he's been making a lot of really good calls.
Yeah,
see.
other than Saria's object has already been to River as child without storms, I think, and doesn't have strength 2 at the moment off the frogs.
Yeah, that's true.
Ganon's castle was, in fact, completely dead. Saria's object, by the way, going the black and white color scheme here. There's Nocturne.
Yeah, he always does.
Yeah, Nocturne on Prelude, which means Sun Song is vanilla, and that's Song No mode.
Actually going child. Interesting.
I imagine
Could be going
he'll
bomb the well, and then after bomb the well, you just check frogs 1. Then I think probably what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll check it. It's not like him to skip over those kinds of checks. So
Yeah, I just don't know what else you'd be coming back child for when you have the entirety of GTG available and you can go get ZL. I mean, I think that's the biggest problem is he's doing it without the knowledge that ZL is at Requiem. I think he has to know now, but I think he's found all the other song hints. He might be missing one though. Because I don't think he would be coming here if he knew ZL was at Rec.
yeah, no, I don't think so either.
Or it could be a case of just trying to get skulls up to 10, and then maybe also routing in frogs 1 just because it's way of the hero.
Yeah, could possibly be true.
Possible, too. We'll see. Alright, Alfalfa will be picking up hover boots here. Luflush will be the last runner to finish off DC, and Words is just only now doing Dante race, which is junk.
It's tricky because I know how a lot of players approach the game, but like Sarias doesn't actually provide commentary over his gameplay. He just plays in silence, so it's kind of hard to like peer into his mind and like get an idea of like how he thinks about his routes and stuff.
Alfalfa not super amused at hover boots. Doing a bit of shield flicking and annoyance. World's picking up the heart container here because I guess why not? Nocturne for Alfalfa. Yeah, this scene looks so far to have hard required beans. There's not much left that isn't bomb locked.
Yeah, no, it's definitely Bolero for that. Has to be.
Yeah,
Because the skill was
'cause,
so early too. When those two things tend to happen together, it's pretty obvious what the seed is aiming at, I think.
Yeah, this is a relatively straightforward Blair Way the Hero seed by the looks of it. About the only major locations that aren't bomb locked that we haven't seen are Gerudo Valley, couple checks there, and then Fortress, and then GTG has a few checks that are a bunch of not bomb locked checks.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen some way cookier logic out of Bolero Way of the Hero seeds, so this is pretty tame.
Yeah, for a Blair Way the Hero seed, this is a very tame one. Usually Blair Way the Hero logic gets far more complicated. Such as when hover boots are in Mito's house, then you have to start thinking that, but it will happen to lock every access possible into the crater. Because I rolled that semi-recently. Bolero locked all strength upgrades, bomb bags, hook shots, and the hammer was bottom luck too. So, logically, you had, I think shoes were available, but you had to get Bolero to get anywhere. That was fun. Hoverbit's words. Siberian, you may or may not want to fix your spelling on hookshot. And technically, neither hookshot was hookshot locked. I think, and also at this point, I think we can remove the question mark on Bolero.
Yeah, the Bolero is pretty obvious.
Actually, I have access to the commands. Let me go fix it myself, I guess.
Too slow.
Well, it's still long shot, so Way of the Hero for River, because neither hookshot locked the other.
Yeah, Sarah's getting strength too. It's kind of what I imagine he would do. Yep, there we go. I think he's really looking strong right now, to be honest.
Yeah, he is. All right.
Guy's a good runner though, so it's to be expected.
So
Probably
there's
goes
our
with
way
weird
to hero
decision.
command now updated. Technically, it's a long shot way to hero either way, which is not surprising. But with how it's water is a medallion, that's not a very interesting way of the hero.
Sorry, Emma, what did you say earlier?
So I think it's kind of a weird decision to come to the river. I mean, I get it if you're full clearing way the hero, but I also feel like there's a lot of different, like just stronger options available as well. I don't know.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, Alfalfa doing field checks. We're going to see Remote Grotto, which has a load of nothing.
That's how it goes.
It's gonna clear lake, I guess. Is that the?
As well.
Lake, I don't know. I would definitely be going towards G2G and Spirit at this point, personally. But
I mean, just do some cleanup today before going there. Rang is not required today unless there's something on Baronade, basically.
that wouldn't surprise me.
It would not surprise me either. I don't think we've actually seen Open Grotto yet. It's just more arrows, though. Yeah, World's going for Cadence Castle. Unfortunately, we know that this is completely dead. The Scrub by Lake here has... Junk!
How you don't say.
Not a bad idea. Words actually having an empty bottle from Riddle's letter is just going to, and getting another bottle is going to pick up a couple bottles to make. It's going to pick up some blue fire to make Ice Cavern easier later, which is not a bad idea. And Alfalfa's not doing Lake. It's just going to head straight for GTG now.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do we know which of the runners actually handed in the ladder? I think it's only been Words, I want to say.
I think only Words has done it so far, yeah.
It's been kind of the one that's been routing in a lot of the kind of slower stuff in the overworld.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to get it out of the way. It's definitely how he's been routing it, for sure, though.
Yeah.
Definitely an interesting way to route things in, but I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yep. Alfalfa looking to do a setup here to do the Gerudo Valley crate with check the Gerudo Valley crate with bomb shoes. Has long shots, so doesn't actually need to do this, but hey, whatever works. Oh, it does save him from going down. I have no idea what that is.
It's just a blippy.
Okay. He's gonna check the waterfall and the hint now, and then just death warp back up.
He is a low on HP already, so it works out nicely.
Exactly, like that's why he blew himself up by the carpenter. There's GTG way up here. Okay, definitely go to GTG now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not surprised when the game gives you a horse and all this stuff so early on, to be honest.
Valley. We didn't see anybody go Valley in the early game too, so it's possibly what's been holding some people back, and I think Persaris is going to be kind of disappointed reading that.
Yeah, I think he definitely will be, because he seems to be kind of banking on how he played so far, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of just clearing out some of the stuff. I think that he just like stayed as a child for like the first 50 minutes or so, you would have already had this stuff done.
Yep.
And I think that's a stronger approach if you really value Lake that highly, like over GCG, over Forest Temple, they can full clear.
Yeah,
That's pretty. It's pretty extreme, I think. But
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Blue Floosh, also close behind Alfalfa, is gonna well, read the hint, then jump slash the stones. It is not going to also death warp. Using the ocarina to do some damage buffering. Nicely done there.
I think damage buffering is such a cool looking trick, personally. It looks so wonky, but it's so cool. Nice little speed up. It's always easy to when you're watching stuff playing, but I also think that GGG, when you get horse early, I think it's just a very smart play in general, but I think there's very strong case to be made for the way the runners on the restream played. I think it's a matter of decision, like what do you think is going to be more important? I think both plays were correct, honestly.
Yeah.
Like hindsight is 2020. Now it's pretty obvious that rushing GGG with Epona was the really smart play, but you know, they didn't know that, so. And we do.
I mean, I think it's the best play for a lot of different reasons. I think coming here just straight away would have been so much better. Once you know ZL's at Requiem, you know you have to get it in the seed. You have Shadow's Medallion at the very least.
Right.
Assuming no other items are ZL locked, which you have Crater Way the hero, so if you find Hammer, I mean, I think it's a dense enough location that if you just come here, I think that would have been better. Just straight up.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, the thing with GTG though is, there's a couple items you'd like. Bow, Strength 2. Having neither is kind of, for GTG, just in case that you need, it happens that you get locked out of an item because of it.
But you know, just like going into the mines, I can see why they made the choices they made. I don't want to say it's wrong. It's just like you're kind of betting on a certain situation. But I think like going to Valley early and then seeing the GG hint, and like what Ivo mentioned earlier, I think that would have been smarter. But you know, sometimes you just bank on something being a certain way, and maybe it doesn't always work out.
It certainly doesn't. But I think the long shot way the hero also definitely.
Yeah,
kind of influences that. Like it really comes down to that Frogs 1 strength, whether or not you get it in your first child segment.
Yeah.
Can it really be powerful and important to see?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. Also, HBA was completely useless. Surprise.
It's still nice that you only have to do it once if you get 1500 or above. One of the many nice changes Season 4 is offering.
Yes, indeed. Alright, GTG for Alfalfa. Fluflush is now off to HBA. And I think it is quite likely that Sari's object will be going in that same general direction here once he checks Tektite Grotto, which we haven't actually seen Tektite yet.
It's Blue P, I think. I think we saw it on Fluflush's side.
Did we?
So
Okay. Wasn't sure.
I always call this Heart Dive Grotto because you dive for a heart, but it's always funny to hear like the nomenclature that other people use for places.
Well, I also call it the ATC Grotto, but that one tends to confuse people for it.
Yeah, I think that's only
reasons
used for insiders. I don't think that's very approachable for newcomers.
Yeah. Basically, it's called the ATC Grotto because ATC once missed Magic in there and lost Season 1 round, I think round 1 race to it.
Yeah. Oh well.
We've seen Neighbor's Love, so it was a bloopy. Oh yeah, the Hero GTG. What do we have here? Hey, Diesler. Welcome into. We're only a couple of items from no mode. In fact, most of the runners are only a couple of items from no mode, and we're currently seeing Way of the Hero GTG from both runners on the left, with Sari is close behind. Words is in the meantime doing more storms checks.
The threats of this seed are definitely converging around GTG right now, so it's interesting. All the runners are going here.
And Deathman Trailstorms is junk.
It's almost a good thing that the runner has found GTG Way the hero so late in the seed. I think if you find it way earlier, you just have to two-dip it, right?
Yeah, I agree.
You're missing all these items that are just in weird overworld spots, early child and adult segments. I don't think it's not really a bad thing that they didn't find that.
Yeah.
With the way
Yeah,
they routed it,
sometimes-
definitely. Yeah.
Because sometimes if you see a GTG way the hero hit, you'll rush it early, and it might end without maybe all the items for it, and then you might just end up having to come back, which doesn't feel good. Alright, strength 2 luck checks for Alfalfa here. Yeah, we're just missing the third hand at this point. We've seen everything else. Over Foolish is nice until your hammer is your go mode. Yeah, and Foolish is a bit more useful.
What are we gonna find in GTG is the big question. Well, there you go. I had a lingering suspicion it might be that.
Yep, that's Way of the Hero, everyone. Way of the Hero lands.
Well, not
we know-
necessarily. There
we
could
know
be
it-
something else here, but
Yeah.
I had a suspicion.
With Seal at Requiem and Requiem on Burning Cack behind Water Temple, it's almost certainly Way of the Hero lens just to get across the wasteland.
Yeah.
And we know Treasure Chest game is dead, so the dream is dead as far as like meme-tastic kind of placements for the last few items, at least in terms of lens and
Yeah.
what it's locking. So, although we're seeing a first look at Ice Cavern area with words, so definitely a favoriting Ice over GTG. It could come in handy, especially if that's the only thing that's in here.
Oh yeah.
It'd be really funny. Because everyone's gonna come here. I mean, I can't really imagine just skipping GTG, right?
No,
On your way to
neither.
ZL.
No, I can't either.
Unless the only thing is, that you can probably get into a situation where, Requiem's on Burning Cack. You're only a few items away. Like, if Child Spear is required, I think it's a big question. So if you just rush Spirit Temple, you have all the tools that you could to complete it, assuming you have the Mirror Shield and the Strength 2.
Yeah, I think there's an
I
argument to
can
be
kind of
made.
see that.
Yeah, I think it's a good argument to be made for a case like, oh well, I think it's probably nothing. I can see that. I can definitely see that. I already had a suspicion that it would be lens, so I can at least see an argument to be made for skipping it. But I still wouldn't, honestly. It's not like it takes that long. It's on the way. It is Way of the Hero, so I just wouldn't take the risk.
But I think a decent number of players are going to skip the waterfall in Gruta Valley. They're just going to use the bomb shoe to see what's in the crate. and
That
then
is
just
definitely
go.
something, yeah. Definitely.
So if they don't know it's Way of the Hero, I think it's way more skippable.
That I agree with completely.
For sure.
We are seeing Ice Cavern. That's interesting.
We'll see if there's anything here. But other than lens, not much in the outer loop as GTG so far. Time for the maze.
I'm so ready for this lens to be the only thing.
Right?
Yeah, me too.
Come on,
It's
nice
definitely
guy.
bound to piss some people off, but alright.
Nothing
Yep,
so
key
far
on
nice.
freestanding, key on the left, another key in one of the chests. Worth having picked up Blue Fire from, I think, Ice Cavern is just heading straight for this room. Right side. Oh, Iron Boots!
Iron Boots,
GTG
okay,
right
okay.
maze. Okay.
There we go.
This is why I wouldn't skip it. You just never
Well,
know.
I mean, the odds
The
are
Horse
pretty
is
good.
making the Horse is making the logically right play. The other runners aren't going to care. Yeah, that's Saga Time Lock because there were keys on the right side.
Yeah, but who cares?
And strength 3!
Imagine caring about key logic in 2020. How often is that? How often does that matter? Huh? Huh?
kind of
You only pick up
awkward.
like a dozen seats where that matters.
And a bomb bag, wow.
That bomb bag, was it bomb locked?
It depends what's on BMOS, right? I mean, I think it is logically because you're
think it
minus 2
is.
keys right now, right?
Otherwise, you can't explain the Bolero in either like in the skill. Like it just becomes really fucky logic otherwise. So I don't think so.
I mean, it's not like Blair has to be way the hero. We know Storms is confirmed way the hero for strength.
That is true, but I don't know. The skill and everything it just kind of makes me feel like it isn't.
Yeah, though interestingly, strength 3. I think. I'm not sure if you definitely could get 3 keys without strength without strength 2 to get that strength 3 because that one's only locked by 3 keys. The bomb deck is locked by 4 keys.
Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say.
So this gets a little more wonky. So we're just missing Pins and Hammer. Not honestly sure if it's strength 2 or strength 3 for Frogs 2 way for Frogs 1 way in here for Storms for Frogs 1. GTG key counting. I was not doing a great job at key counting, unfortunately, so I've got no great idea. BMO's heart piece, by the way, just seeing it from Saria's.
Yeah, toilet's key. It's locking the middle chest because they don't have Song of Time.
Yeah. Which would technically
Bo
make
was
Song of
Reed
Time
and
required,
Grotto
right?
and- Yeah. Yeah, Song of Time is logically required.
Well, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's probably nothing, right?
That's when Song of Time is required. I always feel like for stuff like that, it's always such a case of, oh no. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, us is looking like a bust. It's logically required for all your boots. Practically, who cares? Yes, OGC and Late Trail have nothing in Strength and GTG and River Armed Way of the Hero. Because neither Strength blocks the other. You definitely could get 3 keys without Strength 2 there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we could have gotten 4 keys without Bow, because Bow was bomb locked and everything else locked.
I don't think so, no. I'm not 100% sure because I'm not too familiar with like exactly how the logic in GGO, because it's weird. But I don't think
So it assumes worst key usage. So the first chest on the left, which had strength 3, requires 3 keys. One on the left side then assumes you're an idiot and uses your keys on the right side first. And then bomb bag goes in the next chest after that, which requires 2 keys on the left side, plus the 2 you're an idiot keys on the right side.
I love idiot keys. They're great for me.
So yeah, I'm not sure, because I also was not counting keys in GTG. I do not know if that was if that key is going to end up being required. If the GTG key logic ends up being that weird. Yeah, hammer could be sent for chest. Yeah, thanks for putting it. Also, the hammer, quote-unquote, hammer-locked chest was not a key, so that is good for key logic purposes, because that one logically requires a hammer to hammer down the pillars to hit a switch underneath one of them to unlock the fire ring. Most people just use invincibility frames to get it, though. There's the L for Alfalfa. At this point, just clear Spirit Temple while you're here. Although, does Alfalfa even have the Mirror Shield? There's the other GTG way of the hero. LOL! Good location. Colossus, locked behind the lens in GTG. Thanks, game! GTG is at least double way of the hero today. It might be triple way of the hero. And the creator way of the hero, the SFM way of the hero is looking a little interesting. We never did see Wolf's Grotto, come to think of it.
We never did, no.
Because no one had bombs going through there.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty easy to check out if you get stuck.
It's just they don't want to go there because it is stone forest and they've got other things to do.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's an okay choice, honestly. I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's so easy to go check it out if you get stuck. Like, you know, it's like it's right there. You know, like just play the song, go there quickly. Like, I wouldn't prioritize it unless I got no other options.
No. Big Pose is junk. Heart Piece and Spirit Compass chest. And I expect Words is now going to head out to GTG. Worth having Song of Time means that he will be able to do the right side Mesa.
Wait, did it just void out right before Colossus?
Yeah.
Oh, that is painful.
Crater Grotto's Mirror Shield. And yeah, that feels bad.
That feels so bad. I felt that, and I'm not even playing the seed.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like my worst nightmare.
Hey, at least
Never
it's
happened
not
to me
quad
yet.
damage. If it was quad damage, it'd be so much worse.
Oh, yeah,
the
true.
leader just basically one-shot you at this point, but I don't know. That happens.
It happens. It still feels terrible, though. It feels really bad.
He might have done it on purpose if he wanted to get this.
I don't know. It didn't look like it was on purpose. It looked very much like an accident to me, but who knows?
Could just be a consolation prize.
Yeah, exactly. Could always ask him later.
Here, you can do this check if you mess up.
Right.
Not exactly super high on the list of priorities.
No, it really isn't.
It's like getting a cucumber from trick or treating. It's just not quite. It's not quite what you want.
Nope.
Still delicious.
Hey, double magic and adult spirit climb. That is logically magic locked. Thanks, game. As he needed to cross the wasteland for it.
Yeah, no surprises here. I mean, this seat's been pretty on the rails, more or less. I think there's like only so many things that you could do, and I think we've seen a lot of the stuff that all the other runners have skipped, more or less.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
Worth has been the one who's been doing other things, but hasn't really found much.
It's on the way to GTG though now, and kind of gonna follow in the footsteps of all the other runners.
Yeah.
And we'll see what Spirit has. I mean, it's gonna be worse for Alfalfa here. Won't have Wreck, and he doesn't have a way to clear Spirit without the Mirror Shield.
Well, hey, there's Slingshot, statue hand.
Go man, logic boys. We're here. We're there. We did it.
Sorry, I forgot to pick up Seal earlier. Yeah, Deku is now in Logic.
I love Deku and Logic. That's what I live for, to be honest.
Just lots of chilling happening right now. In Spirit
Yeah, not
Temple.
much to say. It's Spirit Temple. It's like every Spirit Temple you've seen before.
Yeah.
Will we need to go Child Spirit? Yes or no? These are the burning questions on our mind right now.
That's kind of true.
Pretty much. Not to say. Yeah, hour 17 in, we're really just missing Hammer and Dins for Go mode.
It's a fast seat. I wouldn't call this a jet though. I feel like, it's pretty much on rails, but I still feel like it's not that on rails. That it's like, there's still some items left to go. So we'll see. Is it true that Alfalfa still doesn't have the mirror shield, by the way?
I'd assume he'd be wearing it by now if he did.
Oh, that is a big yikes. That could be really bad for him.
Yeah, it's annoying to get back to Requiem too. No Furores, no Requiem. He's gonna do everything he can while he's here.
Yeah,
Or,
unfortunately.
Well, while they're here, I'm not actually 100% sure on pronouns for these runners.
Oh, it's just defaulted there. It makes it easy.
Yeah. I usually try to go with they if I'm not sure.
Yeah, I usually
Pronouns are harmed.
refer to Link as this fuck, so that's what I go with. Oh, the runners, right.
The runners, yeah.
Yeah, Words and Floosh, according to Race Time, are both he, him. Alfalfa is he, him as well, okay.
And sorry, it goes by he, him as well. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Asarius is probably he, him, alright. So, because not everyone has Race Time pronouns listed, which gets a little annoying. Especially for runners who I haven't really ever spoken to, like in a Blaze call, then I have absolutely no idea.
Nah, I know for a fact Sarah is definitely going by he, him.
Yeah, I know I myself have been on the receiving end of some pronoun confusion. Some people I regularly get referred to with he, him pronouns instead of she, her. And I don't think my voice is that hard to tell apart, but okay. Few people have confused my voice or something for pronouns before.
A simple correction usually sets it all straight.
Oh yeah, no, I correct them when it happens. It's just okay.
Time for some horse archery.
Yeah.
No, you just empty your quiver.
Let's be a little bit careful here. Let's be really careful
he hasn't
here.
done
Oh,
1,000 yet, right? Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought he hadn't done 1,000 yet, so I was a bit confused.
Good point. I don't think we've seen the boss key yet. Yeah, we definitely haven't. Clifford just found the heart piece at the top of Spirit Temple. Child Spirit? Huh. We have seen all the small keys. Floosh is at 2 at the very top here.
Yes.
Yeah, Childlike boss key. Sorry, is bad. Like maybe a slingshot. That's about the only thing that they could have found. He could have found like last minute. Yeah, Requiem required. So not as bad for Alfalfa as long as Alfalfa gets the mirror shield for coming back. Alright, let's see. So I guess since we are seeing a lot of stuff we've seen already, shoutouts to our forerunners, Floosh, Word for Swords, Alfalfa, and Saria's Object. To my 2 co-commentators, check the email stud and spell, and to our 4 trackers, Curry Chicken, Pretender Doze, I'm sure I completely botched that. Apologies to all German speakers in chat as I see a Goron tunic for Alfalfa in the Composer grave. Exadu and Sadie Sweet, our 4 trackers, thank you for helping out. In particular, we have 3 new trackers today. Curry Chicken, our only returning OOTR tracker. Welcome in and thank you for helping. Shoutouts also to our restreamer Siberian, who is responsible for this particular seed.
I'm gonna shout out to Star. You can't shout out yourself, but I can do it for you.
Thank you. I never shout out myself because it's weird.
I shout myself out. I have no qualms about that. My ego is big enough to make it happen.
Yeah, time to count GTG keys and words aside. Let's see how many keys are bow lock, because we need 4 to be able to get the second ball bag. Okay, lobby chests. Loopy and a heart piece. Okay, that is increasing the odds that we can't. Siberian Words will be able to do the toilet once he gets his iron boots out of here. Words can do every check in this GTG. We already know Beamos is not a key. We know that no Beamos isn't a key. We know that hammer chest lock, quote-unquote hammerlock chest isn't a key. And with both lobby chests being dead, I do believe that guarantees 4 keys accessible without a bow, because Strength 2 was not bomb locked.
Yeah, Words is gonna get the
And neither
kind of
was
the worst
Hookshot.
of it out of both worlds here. He's missing Strength 2 and Mirror's Shield, so
Yeah. Not looking great.
Oh,
he's gonna
is
find the
Words
other strength
actually
here.
missing Strength 2?
Oh, actually no. I don't
I was
think he
gonna-
will. I think it's locked because there's like 2 or 3 keys behind the Strength 2 block, I think.
You only need 2. He has Song of Time to get Strength 2.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Aurora's Wind,
I mean,
by the way, that's the Colossus variant. Did no one else check that?
No, I don't think anyone has checked
so.
Colossus Fairy yet. No.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
so
that
Words will be able to get Strength 2 here and be okay on that front. Has 1 key so far off the Stalfos. Song of Time will get him 2 more on the right side. That is 3, and that is 3 keys is enough for Strength 2 right there.
Strength 2 is good for him, but like the shield is really what I'm worried about here.
Yeah. Okay. And there's another on the Wolfers. So Stalfos has 1, Wolfos is another, 2 on the right side of the maze, and I'm not sure if either of these Bullock checks, but I know at this point, actually, so Stalfos, Wolfos, and the 2 on the right side with Song of Time being in Logic and Ice Cavern without explosives. Bomb bags in Logic, without bombs. We don't need a bow for it. We do not need a bow for Strength. Which means that our Crater bomb bag isn't Way of the Hero. Our hookshots were not bomb locked. Our Apoda song is definitely not bomb locked. We have enough strength upgrades one way or another to be able to get enough keys for. We don't even need strength upgrades to get to the bomb bag and GTG. Yeah, that's not Way of the Hero Bolero.
It might be, but yeah, I think maybe you're right actually.
Because you can get 4 keys in GTG without without a bow. And Demos was not. We have enough keys for it already.
See if Light Trial pays out at all here.
Yeah.
If life gives you strength 3, you're gonna check it. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty much no reason not to come here when you can open it.
Stupidly high density.
Best room in the game, for sure.
Yeah, confirmed looking at the logic files, it is 4 keys for that bomb bag because it was in the second chest in the maze. And we had keys on Stalfos, Wolfos, and 2 on the right side here, which is in logic with Song of Time from Ice Cavern. Ice Cavern's Light Trial's junk. Interesting. Because our Way of the Hero SFM is looking really weird right now. Really, really weird.
It's Song of Storms, right?
No, Song of Storms so far has only locked Strength 1 on frogs. No one's done the well.
So, yeah,
Most Storms grottos were junk. We saw those from at Words.
Stalfos room.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Stalfos, Wolfos room yet either, right, Cavern?
We haven't seen Wolfos grottos. Sorry, is this going to do that now, I think.
Yeah, I think he might be onto something then.
Yeah. So the strengths are not way of the hero. Have we seen OGC yet?
Yeah, we have Alpha.
Okay,
Alpha
so
checked
strength
that.
3 is definitely not way of the hero. Bolero is also definitely not way of the hero at this point, because you could have managed to pick yourself up a bomb bag without doing that. I mean, practically the creator bomb bag is going to be your first, but technically you could get the GTG one instead. It's fairly dumb, but you could.
We know this is a key, but he's going to do it.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. Well, we know.
Yeah, without strength, you don't skip this. It's crazy. It's only
Yeah,
4
true.
keys.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, with the ZL at Requiem, it's really just facilitating a really late bomb of the wall. If you go there at all, the seed, I could see just skipping it completely. But without, 2 or 3 items that we still need, it's becoming a better play more and more as we get along here in the seed.
For sure.
And I think, I don't know where Sari's is going to go, knowing you need Rec to complete Spirit.
I mean, it depends on how hard they're thinking about that way of the heroes. I am updating the way of the hero command now. Taking off the strength upgrades, removing Bolero from the way of the hero list, because that's not way of the hero either.
No.
And neither is the bomb bag and crater.
We were debated by it. We were bamboozled.
Yeah. Lightron has been checked. It is absolute junk. I cannot spell. Wait, OGC has been checked. Here you go. Updated way of the hero command. Beards are restreamer, but I have the restream dashboard up just for little things.
So we're going to see the first water plays, Floosh and Sari as you're heading there now.
Makes sense. There's words of strength too.
Yeah. I mean, I could have gone here a little bit sooner for probably all the runners. I think it really comes down to, do you actually just rush ZL and then go GTG, or GTG then ZL? I don't know. I think that's also a possible play in the seed. Like, once you get that, you just rush it. I think with all the items and the placement, it probably wouldn't have worked out too well this seed. I mean, I think just getting ZL in the first place is more important.
Yeah, Ganon's castle was completely barren today. It had a bottle and water trail, and that's about it. Yeah, I don't know if any of the runners would be able to piece together the GTG key logic here for that. So that to know that strength 2 is not way of the hero behind storms and river, and but they need to rush well is what it is to determine if that's rush well or try Wolf's Grotto to see if that's way of the hero.
Well, we saw Wolf's Grotto, right? From Sarias, that was nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Which means that storms is way of the hero for the well.
Yeah. Alright. I imagine we'll be seeing it from him pretty soon.
Yeah, they'll need to, because that means that Din's or Hammer has to be locked behind has to be locked in the well or behind the well somehow. We've seen everything else. Like we've seen everything else that Storm's locked. Nothing on Lamp Dive, by the way. Were there seriously 3 keys in the GTG like room?
Yep.
Yep. It happened.
Lol.
3 keys in the lens.
There's all these like locations and basically not a whole lot open, no matter which runner you are in terms of their like viewpoint. I think it becomes really interesting what you do, because how deep do you go in water? Where is BK? I think that's really going to have a big effect. And
I agree.
Are you really gonna stick around water? But you don't have Serenade, you don't have Aurora's Wind. I guess
Oh,
looks
even
like
if there were
Flip
boat
does.
locked keys in GTG, never mind, because there's a boat
Yeah.
on the lab roof.
Okay, so Flip does have Aurora's. Okay, so this is a lot safer for them at least.
Alright, we've got some. We don't know Toxic. Song of Storms is Way of the Hero for the well. After some interesting key counting in GTG, is the very short version, we have determined that Song of Storms cannot be Way of the Hero for Strength 2 for a Strength upgrade on Frogs, because Strength 3 was in the hidden ceiling chest of GTG. 3 keys were very much available. Hammer! Oh god, Hammer!
no.
Worth is the only person who could get it because he's the only person with Song of Time.
Holy
Oh
shit!
no!
It's coming back for words now. He doesn't even have to get the strength 3.
No!
So he's never gonna get strength 3, probably.
What a comeback, though.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my god.
insanely good for him. He's still missing Mirror Shield. He's gonna have to go cross here. But we know he needs Requiem anyway, so I don't think it's gonna change a whole lot. But very exciting to see the hammer there.
Yep. Yeah.
Song
it's
of Time
definitely good
locked.
Yeah, so the thing is, none of the other, all the other residents have to go Ice Cavern. They all went to a GTG without Song of Time. That was just hinted in Ice Cavern. They found Iron Boots on the right side of the maze along with 2 keys, so they didn't save Scum naturally. The problem is that meant that they were 1 key short of the center, and they're gonna need to get that Song of Time to get their hammer. Oh boy.
Oof.
I will update the command for that hammer now. That
Well,
is
Seed
really,
wasn't-
really good for words.
Seed wasn't bad before that. I mean,
No, it is.
now it's kind
Yeah.
of awful.
What the
What a
heck
terrible
is this
seed this has
GTG?
become.
There's like no way in which you can really one-trip Spirit. At the very
Yeah.
least, and he's very likely, depending on when we get the GTG hit, I think everyone's gonna double dip. I mean, Words is very, very lucky that he didn't do double dip there.
Yeah. So, Song of Storms has the locked-in fire at this point. We have seen everything else we need for Go Mode, including logic shenanigans with Lens. We have that. There is a reason why the Lens is on our list of Way of the Hero things for GTG.
Yep.
We have not seen the Zora Tunic, but we have seen both wallets. Does not matter. And both wallets are in logic. We are definitely not having a problem there. Dins has to be in the well, or it could be Boomerang in the well locking Dins. Those are about the only 2 things that we're missing that could actually lock things. Yeah, it's either Rang or Dins and well, we've seen everything else that could lock checks at this point. We never did see a 30 Skulls hit, but 30 Skulls cannot have Dins. The Boomerang! Dins is in that water torch is just Dins is in the well. Dins is in the well.
Yeah, I hate everything about this seed now. I'll retract what I said earlier about this being a jet. This is just an awful seed. I don't like this. I really don't like this. It's gonna take forever now.
The good thing is that they really don't have that many locations left anyway. So it was always a choice of Ice or GTG. Turns out it was both. And
No,
I mean,
Lens isn't Way of the Hero anymore because Hammer gets you Requiem. No, because Water Temple is ZL locked, Magnus. Water Temple is because Alfalfa has, unless the boss key is right here, Alfalfa is ZL locked out of water. Water is ZL locked logically. Well, hard ZL locked actually. No, wait, boss key is vanilla. What am I saying? We got a hint for that ages ago. Yeah, water is ZL locked. So and water locks Requiem. You had to cross the wasteland for ZL today.
So there's 72 people in this race. I think we're gonna see a lot of really close finishes with like a seed structure like this. I think the first like 5 people to finish are gonna have like a buffer of like 10 to 15 minutes, versus everyone else. But I think we're gonna see so many snipes today.
Yeah, for sure.
Hi Johnny, how does this seed suck? GTG logic out the wazoo today is what it is.
Oh, that's also the first GTG Way the Hero hint that I think Words got, right? I don't think he got the Valiant one.
I think so. Yeah, Hammer is in the GTG center chest with a key and toilet, iron boots on the right side, and Song of Time and Ice Cavern. Words for Swords is the only person on Restream who went to GTG with Song of Time. Everyone else has to go to Ice Cavern and then go do the toilet. It made sense from their perspective to not save scum those iron boots because it's part of their go mode, but that is unfortunately going to mean they're going to need to use the toilet today. Quad toilet, everyone! The thing is, though, they're not doing GTG anytime fast. Stone Forest is a more appealing play than 1 or 2 chucks in GTG. Be entirely honest. For words. By the way, Requiem's on Burning Kakin's boss keys and Child Spirit.
It's probably pretty happy
We have not seen
finding
Din's combo attack, but Song of Storms is Way of a Hero, and the only thing it can be Way of the Hero for at this point is Din's Fire in the Well. We have seen everything else, and we have seen everything else that could be Way of the Hero in the Well. But, Sari's Object is having a really bad day with Morpha.
I love the little rage.
Yeah, so we are in basically no mode. Technically, we don't know which chest in the well has Din's Fire, but doesn't actually matter.
We didn't see a Death Mountain Trail.
No, we did. Words checked it.
Squidry? Oh. Well.
Boomerang was on Torch's chest Tom'll Talk, which is why we know for sure that Boomerang's the only other thing that could be in the well that was Way of the Hero if it locked. Speaking of Boomerang, there it is.
We also saw the Kakuri Forest Storms grotto.
We saw that from Words, I'm pretty sure. Both were some variety of junk.
Alright.
Yeah, there's not many options left, is there?
No. Yeah, all Storm Grottos were junk, that's what I thought. There was a strength upgrade on Frogs 1, sorry. But Frogs 2 is dead, and we we have seen after some careful peeks. Actually, Din's Fire there?
Yep. There you go.
Wait, Din's Fire on Shoot the Sun? Why is SFM Way of the Hero then? Interesting, because they should. Why is SFM Way here? Because we still have Storms and Bolero there. Bolero locked a bomb back, but I'm pretty sure the GTG one is available.
Well, maybe it's not. Maybe there's something further down the chain that makes it this way. I don't know either.
I could have sworn unless did I just severely screw up GTG key logic? Because
potentially you could have. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. There's so many weird variables in there.
There is skill in the well. No, we have a skill. That one was on Richard.
Yep.
And unless there was a bomb bag. So what was Sacred Forest Meadow is we have okay, I'm confused. Sacred Forest Meadow had Bolero and Song of Storms. Strength upgrade was on Adel Andrew for crater access. Hook shots were Child Thora's River and Crater Wall. Chris hook shots are River and Crater Wall. Neither of so Bolero could only have been Way of the Hero for the Bean item, which was a bomb bag. The thing is, there's a second bomb bag in the second chest in the left side of GTG. You could have gotten 4 keys from the Stealth Boost, Wolf Boost, and right side maze to get that bomb bag in Logic, I'm fairly certain. This is on Shoot the Sun, so the thing is, I'm fairly certain that the second bomb bag in GTG was in Logic without bombs, because Scale was available freely.
Who knows? Honestly,
it's
hard to say with this seed.
Because Longshot is not Song of Storms locked. Is not Song of Storms locked at all. Longshot, because the hook shots are Crater Wall and Upper River. Rudo's was not bomb locked. Rudo's letter was on the Ocarina memory game. What do you think? Huh. Interesting. Oh, I think I might have... Oh, Oh, there's one thing though. GTG Like Room had the Lens of Truth, where ZL might be the problem here. Come to think of it, that's what I forgot. But no, you could get 3 keys for the other strength upgrade for. Yeah, the GT, because that still doesn't make sense. Lens behind Strength 2 and ZL at Colossus, but the thing is, you could have gotten the Strength 2 in... The Strength 2 in GTG is in Logic with only 3 keys, and you could have got... Actually, good point, that might be it, because there were only 2 keys available without Song of Time or Strength 2. Actually, that might do it, because, yeah, you need 3 keys logically. Never mind! Huh, I forgot all about the lens. That makes more sense now. So you have to have the lens for this GTG logic. This is still really dumb.
Yeah, like I said, Bolero Wave the Hero makes all logic really cookie. Like, it's just...
Yeah,
everything gets really strange really fast.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
One sec.
Go figure, I forgot. Yeah, because ZL's required for... Yeah, ZL the Colossus behind the lens. Yeah, never mind. This is dumb. This is absolutely dumb. Alright, time to update the way the hero command again, because apologies, chat. This logic is really, really dumb.
Yeah, Blue Floosh missing those hovers, so he had to bail out of Shadow, unfortunately. So the time that he gained on Saria's Morpha boss fight, which was not the best. Kind of losing that one.
Adding back Strength in River, Bolero and Crater, and Bolero and SFM, and Bombag and Crater back to the way of the hero list, because this logic is just that bad. Song of Storms is for Frogs 1, but Bolero, I think... Oh wait, no, Bolero's not way of the hero still, because the Strength 2 is now way of the hero, and that solves the Song of Storms way of the hero, but the Bombag is not still. Bolero's not, because that Bombag is available to pick up Strength 2. Jeez, this logic is bad. Bolero's not way of the hero, but most everything else is. I think that's now our way of the hero command sorted out again. Jeez. Logic!
I mean, I don't know. If I was running the C, I wouldn't be too upset with the logic. It's
not
that bad. I mean,
no, I usually am not this bad at with logic, but this seed's logic got extra dumb, and I forgot about the lens in GTG being locked behind Song of Time, locked behind ZO. Yeah, I saw Alfalfa's son. It had a weird visual glitch. Alfalfa's a Mac user, and his emulator has some quirks. That is one of them, apparently. No, because with Song of Strength 2 the Strength 2 off of Frogs is not bomb locked, and that gets you enough keys to get the Bombag and GTG still. Because there were 2 keys on right side maze. No, the Bombag is in the second chest, is behind the second door in the GTG left maze. I did make sure to count which exact chest that was. That is 4 key locked. Hover boots were on adult shooting gallery behind a bow, which could have been Labyrinth. Probably was your first logical bow today. That's not a particular problem for Logic Toxic. Deathbound Crater Bombag is, actually, oh wait, I should have not had that on the way to here. It is not, Deathbound Crater Bombag is not way to hero. The Strength 2 in, River is, though, and so's the Storms.
Alright.
Jeez.
That was funny. Someone was yelling at me to come downstairs really quickly. I come downstairs, I think, oh, what's going on? Emergency.
Yeah.
Turns out, it was nothing.
Right,
it was just cookies.
Should hopefully be updated now. Yeah, we've got Thor's River hit a hookshot and a strength upgrade. That's Strength 2. Strength upgrade, Strength 1 or Strength 2, either one. SFM was Song of Storms for that. Strength 2 in River, Strength in River, Deathbound Crater, Mirror Shield, and Longshot. And then GTG at the Lens of Truth, Iron Boots, and Hammer.
Just a question, is Zarya subject or surrender or forfeit?
No. They
Is
just
stream
their
having
streams their stream just crashed.
Mm-hmm.
GTG's in the center chest, and the problem is Words for Swords was the only one of these 4 runners to do GTG with Song of Time. none of the other runners have Song of Time.
Hmm.
They also were not able to save scum the right side maze of GTG because Iron Boots were there. So they're gonna be a bit stuck. They
It's
have to
cookie
go to
logic
Song.
regardless.
Yeah, I still have to say, even with my complete screw up on GTG logic, whipsies with the lens. That's what I missed, is ZL for lens. Is lens for ZL, sorry, wrong order. This GTG logic still got done.
But yeah, my
Keycapping,
emergency was just
everyone.
freshly baked cookies out of the oven, so I don't know. It's not an emergency, it's actually quite nice.
Okay, and sorry, his object should be back here shortly.
Ah, he's back. Nice.
Yeah, this is a scene. GTG key logic to this extent, where you're literally counting keys on stuff, is key counting never feels good. GTG key logic comes up now and then, but it's usually simpler than this. By the way, worst key usage assumptions. Because that strength 3 is locked behind 3 keys, and you can only get 2 keys.
Yeah, sometimes it just gets really weird about when it's down to these things.
Yeah, it is.
Even when you count the keys correctly, and you assume, okay, well, you can get this chest now, but then you need to assume, like, do you need the other things in the dungeon, though? So it gets really strange.
It does. This logic got really, really strange.
Like, when you look at, like, the sphere log, you usually get a pretty good idea of how weird the logic in the seed can be, because that's kind of like how the seed imagines it should be solved, I believe. So it gets really weird.
Yeah.
But it's all good, though. We figured it out.
Yep, we figured it out. We're going again. Hey, gold scale of the Shadow Temple single of the pot key. That's not super useful. Yep, sorry is back. Hooray.
Sorry, I was being
hey,
struck for me.
wait for
Let me just
words.
refresh.
Yeah. Alright, so at this point, we're in no mode for certain. The logic still is giving me a bit of a headache. I get the feeling we're going to be probably explaining some of this to the runners in interview, because it always happens.
Yeah, I'm just glad that Team Ice is getting ahead of Team GTG here today. I think that's the real victory.
Hashtag
fuck
Rush
GTG.
Ice.
Fuck GTG. I love Ice.
Unfortunately for Tiras, he never seems to be playing these Ice favorite seeds. It's very sad for him, because he loves the check so much.
Yeah. Yeah, still no 30 hit, but we know it's not required, and who knows what it is at this point. It's probably back lake is where it is. Not sure if you ever saw the lake lab hint, but yeah, 30 is not required today. Yeah, alright, so I guess what do each of these people need for go mode? Words is really just needing a mirror shield at this point. Technically he's missing Dins, but we'll be getting that once he finishes Shadow Temple, Water Temple, sorry, which will be pretty quick here. So Words is a mirror shield from go mode. And Words will probably do the Creator Grotto either on the way to or on the way out of Fire Temple, I think. But with Creator Way of the Hero, he'll probably do the Fairy and the Grotto, unless he's forgotten it. And then, everyone else, on the other hand, needs a hammer. The problem is, it's the hammer.
Yeah, not an easy seed for sure.
Yeah, Words and Ice Cavern without ZL, correct, Toxic. Used hover boots to get in. Speaking of hover boots, Flufluge is actually still missing their hovers off of Admiral Shooting Gallery. Yep.
He's gonna save so much time by doing that too.
Yeah. Worth is probably in the lead just because no one else is going to go back for the toilet. They already know what GTG's way of the hero for. It's lens and iron boots. And they're just going to assume
So they
Song of Time is for... Yeah, exactly. But that's the problem. They can do everything else in the game except for that. And that's a problem. They can do everything, but they can do everything else. And I expect they're going to at least do Stone Forest before they go back for GTG Center Chest. In Ice Cavern, for that matter. With Fountain Foolish, too, you don't want to go back. You really don't want to go back for Ice Cavern. It's only 4 items.
It's very likely a last location kind of a thing for the hammer for the other players, but I think, yeah, the overworld routing that Words did earlier that we mentioned, that's really going to pay off for him.
Yeah, initially we weren't sure if this was going to put him behind because he didn't find much of anything at all. But as it turns out, the Song of Time is putting Words in the lead effectively just because no one else is going back for toilet anytime soon.
Yeah. Sometimes the way and the order you find things can really influence how you decide to route the rest of the seat. So I think in that sense, you sometimes just got to get a bit lucky. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Hey, by the way, our last bomb bag in the GTG, the Shadow Crusher room, that one is bomb locked. And, Sword Tunic and Deep Shadow for Saria's object.
Luck's always been a part of racing. I mean, that's why people play randomizers, so in some degree that does have an effect.
Yeah, and you shouldn't get too hung up over your performance in one seat. You need to look at your average over a couple of seats, to see how you're really doing. Because one seat can just go longer than the other, and sometimes you just have a bit of bad luck. It happens.
Yeah, Randomizer will be Randomizer. Well, Rando will be Rando, as it turns out today with that Song of Time.
I think part of the biggest changes with Season 4 is sequencing matters a whole lot more, especially with spawns being random, especially with, point A to point B to point C. All those evaluations change, the timings change depending on...
Yeah.
It all depends on where spawn is. So it's hard to get used to, and a lot of Season 3, kind of stuff that we've been used to a lot of the time, not necessarily going to carry over into Season 4. So it was just yesterday even that, in the yesterday's weekly, where Lost Woods was Way the Hero. Skull Mask is usually an always in Season 3. Not the case in Season 4. So when you see Lost Woods Way the Hero, you should maybe think about taking Skull Mask a little bit sooner than last location.
we don't have a Skull Mask in this seed either, and I think Worth is sitting on the... Maybe has at least shown the key in Mask. I'm not sure if he's progressed any further in that, but Words at least has that much. Words is off to Morpha now. Hopefully goes Fire soon, because Words looking for that Requiem to finish off Spirit Temple, potentially. Also just to make getting back to Spirit easier. Although I think we might have set for Words. But Words will want to do Fire Temple for Requiem soon at any rate. Yeah. And hopefully get his Mirror Shield in the process of doing Fire Temple pretty much, because it's right outside.
Yeah, Words' play is going to be pretty locked up from here on till the end of the seed.
Yeah.
He's got everything he needs in go mode, knows where all the locations for everything is, more or less. It just doesn't know the key layout for the dungeons, the only thing.
No. Hargo Castle Barrier was a stuck in Slingshot.
Could lose time here and there due to routing and dungeons, and now it just comes down to dungeon execution. This is very much the reason why it's very worth it to practice your dungeons. So you can close out seeds like this.
Yeah, Worth doesn't have Mirror, but unless he manages to completely brain fart Crater Grotto and wave the Hero Crater on his way to or from Fire Temple, he should be fine. I fully expect Worth will be picking up his Mirror Shield when he does Fire. It's right outside.
It's definitely kind of held a lot of very pro-overworld kind of plays, at least up to this point. So I would be very surprised if he skipped the Crater Hints after Fire. I think he's going to get it after.
Yeah.
Regardless, you'll still need the Requiem anyway, so...
Yeah, exactly. But hopefully he gets his Mirror Shield. If he doesn't do so... Flu is going well. This is a good play. It is a lot of checks, and I actually thought this had the Thins earlier, but It is a good play for Flu. It's just unfortunately not the correct play. She needs to go to. Well, it's also still missing hover boots, which is unfortunate, and a few other things besides. This is just kind of for Flu.
I think for his options, though, this is definitely the right decision for him.
It is. It is absolutely the right decision. We just know, unfortunately, it's not the one to. It's unfortunately dead. I mean, there might be an extra bow or a slingshot or something in here, but that's about it.
He was an adult CAC right after dipping Shadow for the first time, so it is a little unfortunate that he found his way here rather than just doing adult shooting gallery. Using it in Graveyard as adult. So it's a little unfortunate.
Yeah, hi, welcome in, Chaos Lycan. So welcome into Randomizer. Boomerang was in Water Temple Torch's chest, which means that the other rerunners that aren't words have Jamu as an option too. So Chaos Lycan, we have Randomizer. So this is your Ocarina of Time, the game we all know and love, but randomized. So the items are shuffled with each other, the songs are shuffled with each other, and the stones and medallions are shuffled with each other. We have seen a bow on lab roof, actually. So this is a collect the dungeon. So the goal of a randomizer depends on what settings you have, but for these settings, they are required to collect all 6 medallions to get the boss key for Ganon's castle to go kill Ganon and beat the game. Those 6 medallions, which dungeons have those 6 medallions is randomized. Today they happen to be Dodongo's Cavern, Water Temple, Fire Temple, Spirit Temple, Deku Tree, and Shadow Temple. So they will need to collect the items to beat those 6 dungeons. They will need light arrows and magic to kill Ganon. And, that's how you beat, so it is a case of routing and it is routing execution and also being able to read a seed's logic, though this one got particularly bad. Because there is logic in the randomizer to make sure that the game is still beatable.
Sums it up, pretty much, yeah.
I'm sure we've got a command for this as well of some basic explanation on randomizer. Wait a second, I think it's the OTR one. Let me try that.
Also, apologies in advance if you hear a cat meowing loudly in the background. That's my cat. That's just what he does. He's crazy. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, well, OTR is itself a useful command. Not quite what I was looking for. I think randomizer is the one. We do largely run on a glitchless rule set. About the only glitches that are allowed are flame storage and ground jumps, pretty much. So there are a number of tricks that are allowed, glitchless tricks. Which is pretty much how Words is as far ahead as he is, because he used hover boots to get into Ice Cavern without Zelda's Lullaby, and that's put him way in the lead. Effectively, is been behind on doing dungeons, hasn't done Shadow, is still only just starting Shadow, but that hammer is huge.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough, Chaos Lycan. Largely much the same. Oh, at least overall with the game. Specific game mechanics are naturally a bit different. Randomizer specifically runs on OoT 1.0. Happy 2 hours, everyone. Yeah, Remake really doesn't change much. Like all the item locations and whatnot, it's still the same.
Gotta admit, I didn't think it was only 2 hours in.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, last bow in the well. Okay. Yeah, Robotussin as well. Yeah, it's certainly been different. We have a lot of different randomizers out there, especially just Zelda ones alone. Most of the games in the series have most Zelda games have randomizers of some form. Some of the most popular ones are Ocarina of Time randomizer, Link to the Past randomizer, and Zelda 1 randomizer, perhaps the 3 biggest. They've also got Majora's Mask randomizer, a Minish Cap randomizer, Zelda 2 randomizer, I think there might be a Link's Awakening randomizer, and I know that there's two of the newest Zelda randomizers. Right? There's a pretty sizable Wind Waker randomizer, Whips, and then we've got 2 of the newest Zelda randomizers are ones for Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. And we host most of those. We host many of these randomizers here on ZeldaSpeedRuns. We actually have a Minish Cap randomizer weekly later today, in about 3 hours at 2 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. CEST. You want to go check that out. And Majora's Mask randomizer, their tournament has a Losers Bracket Round 5 match between Trueness and Skyward tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, if people want to see that. We have a lot. If you want to check out all of the various things we have on Zelda Speedruns, check out our schedule, and we have that lists off all the various races we host. We have a wide variety. We have Randomizer weeklies, we have Randomizer tournaments, we have regular speedruns. There's all kinds of things going on. Welcome back to Chaos Like, and just talking about how there's a lot of things going on, and check out the schedule. Also, give us a follow. Zelda Speedruns Main, which we're on, and we also have our sister channels, Zelda Speedruns 2, Zelda Speedruns 3, and Zelda Speedruns _3 and Zelda Speedruns _4. I'm not sure how long Twilight Princess Randomizer is. I know it's still in beta at the moment. It's taken a lot of work to do because the game is so linear.
It's a big game, too.
Yeah, and yes, there is also an Ocarina of Time Vanilla Speedruns Challenge series coming up right after this on this channel. This is, yeah, nothing much, not a lot in the well there wasn't much in the well while we were discussing that, and bomb goes down for Alfalfa. Yeah, so, wide variety of stuff, yeah, there are a lot of sister channels, and Ocarina of Time also has a couple side discords as well. We have a challenge cup, and we have for those who didn't quite make the main tournament. Speaking of, main tournament qualifiers start in 1 week for our Season 4. And then we also have a scrub tournament for newer runners. And that one just concluded its own season, too, actually. Zelda Speedruns 4 is a fairly new channel. It's only been around for a couple of months. Zelda Speedrun ZSR 1 and 2 have obviously been around for quite a while. ZSR _3 has been around for quite a while, too. Nothing on Skull Mask.
Not surprisingly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, sorry for just kind of taking over the whole commentary conversation there a bit for plugging everything. Hey, Estancia. Logic got bad in GTG. And everyone else needs to do toilet so Words was the only person to go Ice Caverns for Song of Time before going GTG. Hammer's in the center chest, behind Song of Time. Everyone else did the right side of GTG, couldn't save scum due to Iron Boots being there. And how they need to go to get Ice Cavern for Song of Time to go to get their toilet key to get Hammer. Yeah, not broken logic seed, just really, really dumb logic seed, where I myself screwed up quite badly. It never feels good when you're really, really detailed counting keys in GTG.
Ice Cavern. Ice Cavern. Let's go to ice.
Yep.
The logic's perfectly fine, it's just really stupid.
Don't go bomb the well. Go ice. That's all there is to it.
No. Well, no. Cavern, yes.
Yeah, but unfortunately, everyone else but Words is probably going to the last location, their Hammer. Everything else in the game is open.
Ice Cavern, also known as Nice Cavern, often has valuable items.
Yes, by the way, Mirror Shield for Alfalfa, not super happy with that. Immediate shield flick.
No, he can't be happy about that.
No, he can't. Words won't be happy either.
Yeah. Words for Swords are definitely looking very, very strong here.
Absolutely, just that going to Ice Cavern paying out.
Yeah. Yeah, sure does.
Chalkmore City also a pretty good option for Blue Floosh, kind of clearing up the map. Yeah, this could be like an area where you overlook an item, could easily be like Hammer here, or easily could have Hovers, still looking for those.
Yeah, Blue Floosh hasn't an adult shooting gallery, unfortunately. Also, shout I think they had 50 bomb shoes coming in here. They're currently at 40, they're currently at 39. After wasting a couple trying to get to Medical Rod, there's the other SFM way of the hero. Gold skill for Words. And speaking of shouting out things, we're also going to shout out our runners here. Blue Floosh, Words, Alfalfa, and Saria's Object, to my 2 code commentators, Emo Soda and Spell, and to our 4 trackers, Curry Chicken, Rose, I'm well aware I can't pronounce that well, Exadu, and Sadie Sweet, especially because Curry Chicken are only returning OoT, our trackers. Shoutouts to our 3 new ones, so we had a lot of new people come in recently. doing a good job helping out maintaining the things behind the scenes. They are the ones clicking the buttons to make sure you know what items each runner has. And shoutouts also to our restreamer Siberian, who is making sure we can actually all watch this, and is the one responsible for this hilarious scene.
Helping out with restreams is pretty fun, no matter what you do, which side of it you're on, so always a ton of fun. We don't have to play the growth speeds.
Yeah, profitless, no inverted is just standard. I'm not sure if there's a good way to change that. Yeah, and yes, Siberian buttons also matter. Yeah, much love to all our volunteers. If you want to learn more about Ocarina of Time Randomizer volunteers, join the community. You can check out our Discord here. Putting in a link into chat. Yeah, no. Also, we did have a pilot Pictionary race yesterday on the Silver Gauntlet.
Yeah,
one of our
super fun.
Oh my god, I wasn't able to watch it live, but I watched the bot and it's hilarious.
That's great.
It's great. It's the Silver Gauntlets is one of Ocarina of Time's. The Silver Gauntlets is one of Ocarina of Time's side discords, which hosts its challenge cup for the those who didn't quite make it to the main tournament, top 32 of the main tournament, but still want to do some racing. And we also hosted a co-op tournament, which just recently concluded, and we had some Pictionary spoiler log race yesterday for the funsies. I'm one of the organizers for that Discord, actually. So there's a link in chat if people want to watch it. And if you want to watch more Ocarina of Time Randomizer, the Silver Gauntlets is also another spot to come watch. Yeah, the co-op tournament was fun. Yeah, we have a pretty big community with CSR and OTR. You can also find the Discord links for the Scrubs and Silver Gauntlets Discords in the main Ocarina of Time Randomizer Discord as well.
So, Spell, what did you eat for breakfast today?
Eggs.
Eggs?
I had eggs. They are pretty good.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, a very nice Pop-Tart with my name on it.
That's pretty lovely. What do you have for dinner? For breakfast, Star?
Me, I had apple Danish. That was pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sadie, I know a lot of people a lot of people were introduced to Ocarina of Time Randomizer by way of our showcase at GTQ this past summer, where Raikaru and Beryl, the winners of the co-op tournament, actually did a showcase of OT co-op. So, tons.
I'm more excited what I'm gonna have for dinner though. I'm going to have to take out Chinese.
Oh, nice!
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'll be the first
What
thing I do after this is over.
Drum no one else on Restream a Song of Time. That's the problem today.
Yeah. Pretty rough.
Yeah. Pretty rough. And unfortunately, the list of things they can do besides the one to the GTG center chest locked behind toilet is very long. They can do all of Stone Forest. They can do all of Stone Jabu. They can go back and clear all of Water Temple, and there's various overworld stuff. Nice Zora's Fountain. Foolish hint in Zora's Fountain. Thanks, game.
Sometimes that's just what you get.
VXR, long story short, River Strength Way of the Hero, which I did mix up because, you need it, because you could only get 2 keys of that Song of Time or Strength. Due to the fact that, CL was at the Colossus and that locked Song of Time and Ice Cavern for the 2 keys on Red Side Mace, something I'd accidentally missed. And then also and you needed 3 keys logically for that GTG strength upgrade.
Yeah, River was way the hero because frogs are super dank and cool. So the seed really just wanted you to pay them a visit.
Yeah. By the way, Jabu for Floosh feels bad. Feels bad.
It does feel bad.
I feel pretty good right now.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I missed that too, because I was just kind of slipped my mind that Song of Time was locked our keys. It would have been better if there was actually a key bow lock, because that would have made that would have changed the logic up a bit, because there was a bow on Labyrinth, as it turns out. So never mind the bomb lock bow. Yeah, I could have gotten the one off Labyrinth. Yeah, Song of Time hard required this seed because of Hammer and Irons. Sorry, object is actually going Ice Cavern. Ooh, interesting play, but this is going to pay out. Hopefully. If they decide to take it to... Well, if they go back to GTG, this will pay out, but they might not.
Yeah, somebody should get Bongo a metronome. He's really bad at keeping the beat.
True.
It's really inconsistent. Just very slightly off.
Yeah,
I feel like the guy from Whiplash right now. Just. Sorry, carry on. I just wanted to say that.
Second to Song of Time here. We'll see what they do afterwards, but please, I still have. I expect he's probably just doing this for the items. Also, it might be for Water Temple, because like one item in I'm not sure how far he got in the maze specifically, but only a couple items in GTG is not appealing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows that it's toilet for small key. Saria's had strength 2 when he was there, so he definitely knows the center item is locked by the key in toilet, and I think coming here, he knows Song of Time is here because he got the hint.
Yeah.
Assuming he remembers that, so I think it's a pretty clear play to come here and then just go toilet. It's either that or you might think it's in water, but for water, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, that's true too.
Like Forest and Jabu are both options. The problem is Siberian. We know and they know that GTG is confirmed way of the hero for Lens and Iron Boots. Which is, do they want to go back hoping for, thinking made that there might be a third item there? And hi Sloth, this is not a my seed. This is actually a Siberian seed. So this could be one of my seeds and how bad this logic got.
Actually, yeah.
There's our last bottle.
Yeah, with those other options available to Sari is coming here before those. I think it's like a pretty clear sequencing thing. Just he's gonna follow it up with toilet. I gotta imagine.
Yeah, I do wonder why he chose to go here over the other options. If you go late for OCS again.
Well, it depends if they read the GTG. If they don't do that, it might run a little bit late.
Yeah, I rolled a nasty EU weekly seed last week. Still, you remember that train wreck?
Yeah, I remember. It was so bad it gave me a toothache. No, just kidding. That was from my dentist. That's not your fault.
Or like it was so bad I don't remember it. Blocked it out.
Yeah, it was really, really bad. So yeah, and we wound up barely ending in time for OCS. Like, our last runner finished, I did a quick outro, and we got off air as fast as possible. And thank you, Rogotussin, saying that your commentary is great and makes watching this for the first time pretty darn entertaining. Thank you.
We're the best commentators.
A+ commentary? I want A++. How do I get that?
True.
Here we go there.
Never satisfied. Where's my S+ ranking? Gotta do better next time.
I'm a teacher. I can do that. Ah.
There we go. Someone said it. We're all good now. I can retire from commentating. It's done. I've peaked.
S++. Thanks, Sadie. As far as the actual race goes, Foolish Fire, so Bosky's gotta be on Hammer Chest, right?
Yeah, probably. Probably. That's usually how it goes, in my experience.
And yes, I really, really hope Words gets his Mirror Shield after doing Fire. If not, he's probably orphaning it.
Yeah.
We're only 218 into the seed. Assuming you don't have hammer like Words,
It's a
I
fast
think if you're in
seed,
the position of
regardless.
yeah, it is pretty fast. So like, if you're in the position of most runners here, where you're missing either mirror shield or hammer, you gotta be starting to think like, how nasty is this seed? Like nobody's done, and I
Yeah,
had
that's
how
true.
many items in the first hour and a half? Almost go mode pretty much. So
Yeah, this would get into my head for sure.
it'd be
Words has not
interesting to
done
see
the
how they
well.
approach that.
Yeah, Words has not done the well. He hasn't needed to. He's been just rushing his medallion dungeons right now. And as long as he gets his Mirror Shield after Fire Temple, he doesn't need to rush his medallion. He doesn't need to do the well ever. He doesn't need to do it, period, but he won't be going there ever as long as he gets his Mirror Shield right after this. Alright, keyboard aiming for Alfalfa with a Woods target. This is not easy to do. Nicely done, though. Yeah, World's Big Braiding Ice Cavern really paying out for him this seed. We haven't had any finishers yet.
No,
We also
never.
have not had any forfeits. Still too early for that.
No forfeits, yeah. I mean, honestly, by now I usually expect to see some, but people are really trooping through this one.
Yeah,
not
no
too
tech
long
issues
of a
or
seed.
anything either, because there tends to be at least one forfeit, unfortunately, because somebody crashed.
Yeah, there's usually some reason why someone forfeits by this point.
Pretty much any of the hens too aren't like, you know, they're not awful. So like any of these, like River, SFM Crater, TTT Way, the Hero, all fine. Fountain Fire, Foolish, okay. If I had to pick two Barons to have, two Foolishes to have, then I think those are like two some people would even pick. 40, 50 dead. We don't know 30. Bigoron. I don't know if we saw that. I think that was dead too.
Big
though.
Orphan is junk. It was in DC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And all the sometimes they're just pretty much all song hints, which is also fine. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Not too surprised.
Yeah, until they find out what hammer is, because it will be a last location hammer for plenty of people.
Yeah, depending on how many people are done and who you are, I think influences how hard you hit the forfeit button and when.
For sure, yeah. I agree.
Also, oh no, sorry, his object is going Forest Temple.
Uh-oh. The bait.
Yikes.
Yikes.
I mean, it's better. It has more
Sense,
items.
but-
I mean, it's better positioned than going to all the way to Toilet and GTG for
Yeah, it
hopefully
does.
the middle item. But it is Way of the Hero. And
This still feels bad though. It is 8 items, but does this feel bad?
Yeah, it feels really bad.
yeah,
At this
I think
point,
the bigger issue
Zoofish-
is Zoofish doesn't have the hovers. That's just
Yeah.
in a central location like that. I mean, if Bow wasn't in a great spot, 'cause, I mean, the explosives weren't. They were in an okay spot, but I mean, there was a lot of steps to get there. You might have an extra age change in there as well. So it was just kind of in an awkward spot in the seed. So I don't think it's strange that he doesn't have them yet. Just a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Bows were a little inconvenient, although Lotus did read I'd brother, so you'd think you would just do so when you got that bow.
And also, yeah, the hammer. Usually you'd want the
Yeah.
hammer super early in the seed, hopefully subverting like bomb back sometimes, and that's not even available in the seed too. So that's also kind of impacting like when you get the bow there. Kind of
Yeah,
nasty.
Usually if you get a bow in CAC as adult, you're just going to go right to adult shooting gallery. Unfortunately, Flutlush warped out and is thus kind of stuck.
And I think it depends on what you focus on too. Like you could be thinking about progression rather than this one check right next to you and overlook it. It's super easy to do.
Yeah.
I agree.
Still feels bad, unfortunately. We're gonna be here for a bit. Words will easily be first place. Shoutouts to a rather deep. There we go. Fire boss key on the map chest. Not super deep, but not particularly nice. You'll still have to go like halfway up Fire Temple for it. Thanks, game.
Yeah, we're just doing really well.
Really is. It's gonna have a very nice place in the at this point. It looks like. Well, as long as he gets his mirror shield. There is one small caveat: is that he could still manage to miss his mirror shield. We'll find out in a couple of minutes once he gets out of fire.
It's true. I still think there's going to be a lot of finishes very quickly in succession. So like,
I think, yeah, I definitely
there's
could
nobody
see
done
it.
yet. But I mean, when Words enters Ganon's, like there could be a finish there. It could be a finish after he's on pole during.
Yeah, we definitely could have people starting to finish soon. There's ice arrows, forest map chest.
It'd be a very execution-based kind of a seed. I mean, the big picture routing matters a lot, and that's what kind of what we're seeing.
Yep. Also, Greg on the domain torches, lol for alfalfa.
I think we already saw that ages ago, didn't we?
Probably, but I missed it earlier.
That's still cool, but like, yeah, we definitely saw it earlier.
No, I'm sure we did. I just forgot it. Missed it earlier.
I think
Probably
Where's the
watching
Swords was the one that did it, because he did it pretty early on.
Yeah, he turned in the letter pretty early is the other thing too.
Yeah, and if you're there, you might as well finish that off as well while you're there.
Pretty much. Oh, Sarya's object actually built out a forest after the courtyard, so I'm not sure which fairy fountain this is right now for him.
Probably realized that this was a bad path to take.
Not sure
Way
they-
of the Hero means that it is an item logically required to beat the game. So, Longshot is required to beat Water Temple. The strength upgrade in Zora's River was also Way of the Hero because it logically locked your ability to go further in GTG due to key locations. The other hookshot is naturally Way of the Hero. Also in Death Mountain Craters, Sacred Forest meta is Way of the Hero for Saga Stormus for that strength upgrade in Zora's River, and then GTG is Way of the Hero for Lens of Truth, Iron Boots, and the Hammer. Alright, and yes, Words is heading in the right direction for his mirror shield. Please don't leave this behind.
Could have gone left there. Oh.
Oh, well, falling down pole doesn't help.
He gives up. Okay.
No, thank you. And yes, indeed, Rogo. So, like, technically, it is possible. So, like, for example, it doesn't necessarily mean hard required to beat the seed. Like, the runners can, like, all four of these runners know how to cross the Haunted Wasteland without the Lens of Truth. And many of them did, in fact, do Lensless Wasteland today, just because not much point in equipping the lens if you know how to do so without it. But it is logically required to complete the seed with these settings, so... Lens of Truth, Way of the Hero, and GTG. And there's Words' Gomad Mirror Shield. 2 hours and 26 minutes is going to pick up Requiem and find out he's childlock.
Yep. Well, better late than never.
Yeah, still better than could otherwise be.
Yeah.
Still think he's in a really good spot. I mean, no one has finished yet, so it's still possible.
No.
He might be the one to finish first here.
Yeah.
He's looking really good, so...
Not sure where he's going. He has 4 wins. I thought he was gonna.
Requiem.
Oh, right. Well,
Yeah, sometimes I also get these super obvious things that they're gonna do. It's like, why is he oh, right, of course.
Big picture routing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you don't want to leave it behind.
No, you really don't.
You really, really don't.
So you would quickly find out, though. You would be quickly reminded that, hey, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah, he doesn't know it yet. I think he was in here earlier and just assumes this boss key is mirror shield locked. Unfortunately, no such case. Also, Bluefish is getting hover boots. Hooray!
Hooray! He did it!
Still needs hammer, though. Still needs hammer. No, I don't think this is GTG for Saria's object. This looks more like just quickly do big pose. We'll see where they go after this, though.
He's just looking for
really
options.
needs to
I
go
wouldn't be
next.
surprised if he forfeited, honestly. Like, knowing him. When he gets stuck like this, he tends to be a bit of a quitter.
Yeah.
No, we do have our first forfeit, it seems.
Yeah, we have.
Later than I would have expected, but there it is.
Yep.
Out of 72 people. So
Yeah, it's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah,
good
we
so
only
far
just
as
got the
far as people.
first forfeit a couple minutes ago, which is kind of surprising with how this has gone.
they were on the adult shooting gallery, really.
Hey, Riley. Yeah, adult shooting gallery.
Yeah,
That's so far
Flickflash
about that
also
one, he
missed
loves
them
it.
forever. So I mean, I'm sure there's other people that also missed them.
Yeah,
Really depends on what you focus on at the time. So it's super easy to just pass right by it to like DC progression.
ouch, Riley. Ouch. Your other bow, by the way, is Lab Roof.
Oh, that happened to me once too, Riley. That's yikes.
Yeah, I got other those fingers. Yeah, that does feel bad. Makes sense, though. I think the well bow might have been available too, come to think of it. It was locked in the well, but yeah. This seed's logic was dumb enough. I don't feel like figuring out that logic on top of everything else. Hammer is GTG center chest. GG Sponge 229.36.
Damn, that's good. Well, Sponge getting first is not completely unexpected, I suppose.
No, not really.
Really good runner, as everyone knows. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you missing the bow is everything. Yeah, there's a couple of things there, Riley. The other being that you needed Song of Time from Ice Cavern today. And Saria's object, speaking of, is back in GTG. Thank you. Yeah. Toilet is a key, Riley. Toilet is the key. You are hard required to get Song of Time to see between Iron Boots and... Well, not hard required. I'm pretty sure you could have gold scaled water with the gold scale in Shadow Temple, but who's gonna save cover Iron Boots in this situation anyway? Sure, gold scale water is technically doable, but you're not doing that.
I've always known Sponge to be someone that really likes GTG, so I'm not surprised by this at all.
Yeah, true.
There's people that are in the GTG fan club, and there's the Ice fan club. Sometimes they clash. Sometimes they just hug it out. But
Team Ice, Team Ice, Team Ice.
yeah, I'm on Team Ice. You know what team I'm on. Team are you on?
Yeah, good times. Yeah, 2 forfeits so far, because we just had another forfeit.
That's what happens when someone finishes, usually.
Yeah, first finish tends to be like, I have no idea where we're going with this. But yeah.
I think when you see someone finish, it's pretty demoralizing in general, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah, thanks GTG Key Logic. Yeah, GTG Key Logic is one that I myself managed to completely screw up for a bit, eventually sorted it back out again, but it was bad. Hell Spirit for words now, as Blue does Shadow, and Alpha's going back adult. And Sari's object now has enough keys to go get his hammer. Yeah, Words is definitely going to sub 4 here, but there is a good chance that there's still going to be some people finishing in the next 15. There's probably going to be at least a couple more finishes in the next 15 or so minutes. As Words finishes up, there's the hammer for Sarias. And that's going for him as well.
It's like, oh, come on! That's probably what he's thinking right now.
Yep.
He knows it's fucked now, though, that's for sure.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad.
The slight pauses upon finding it.
Yep.
Usually he spams like the shield button when he's annoyed. Or starts hitting a wall with the sword. That's also something he's prone to do.
Yeah.
Ew, there's people actually shouting out for Team Well. I didn't know people actually had such shameless opinions, but sure. It's a free country, I guess.
To me, they're very neutral as a party. I don't know, like I just go well when it's super early in Logic, and it's just good play a lot of the time. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's not usually a case of the trifecta of Well versus Ice versus G2G.
True.
I think largely it's Ice versus G2G, but Well sometimes thrown in there in the mix.
I'm Team Forest Temple though.
Oh no. That's just oh no.
No, Forest is the way to go. Y'all just heretics. You don't know.
I see spells on the troll emo team.
Always.
Well, I mean,
This is surprisingly a case where Stone Forest did not find a way at all today.
Nope. Stone Forest stayed where it belongs, in the trash. I like Forest Temple, but I know for Rando it's a terrible play most of the time. Unless you know you have to go there, but then it still sucks because it's so linear. But that's like from the perspective of just playing the normal game, I love Forest Temple. I think it's so atmospheric. It is pretty. I like the Forest Temple. It's just not, but I understand for a Zuda runner, it's not particularly great, is it?
no, you never want vanilla bow as your first bow.
No, that's horrible. Oh no, that is terrible. That's a nightmare situation when that happens.
Oh, I have 5 forest keys and just courtyard. They're the first 5 checks. Wow. Kind of strange. And whenever you're you have a dungeon that's super key loaded in the front half of it, it's just always get a little bit paranoid, especially if you find the BK and then oh, there's still 4 items in this dungeon. Do I do deep fire or not?
Yeah.
And it comes up a lot, I think. Alpha dipping out of forest here.
Makes sense.
Just finishing up Shadow. Asari's in fire with that hammer. Just has to also finish up Spirit. So Asari's is in really good shape here.
Yeah, he's gonna finish pretty soon, I think.
Yeah, Alfalfa here is going to do Big Pose, and we'll see where he goes from there. And then Floosh is still finishing Shadow right now, Tutu having very, very late hover moves.
Just a really strong showing from Sponge. Just 8 minutes, and there's still no other finishers. I'm just waiting at the finish line, just looking at my watch, looking at the finish line, just
tapping his foot.
Players like Cola, Marco, and Felix, like, you got a bunch of good players. 72 people, like, shouts to Sponge.
Yeah. Hey, while using Olympic in chat, where was the hammer? GTG Center Chest. Behind us, Song of Time, and for pretty much everyone but words for swords on Restream, the toilet. Yeah, it was a seed. That's for sure.
Some seeds just, I don't know, they just mess with your head. This one is definitely one of them.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Like, there's just enough hints. Just enough hints to, like, get the big picture, too. If you full clear GTG, just assume something's in the middle chest. It's gonna work out for you. I mean, there weren't that many areas open anyway. It's really just do you go forest, that's stone, do you go Jabu, or do you go ice GTG? And I think picking ice GTG, I think, probably works out a little bit more often than not. So many keys in forest, and it taking so long.
Yeah, after a lot of back and forth over GTG key logic, which I'll admit I completely screwed up, that is the end result of our Way of the Hero, hence.
There's
Purple Way of the Hero GTG, everyone.
Yeah.
Storms is Way of the Hero for strength too in GTG in Zora's River, because you cannot get the GTG strength without strength 2. Or Song of Time, which is locked behind Lens, which is behind strength 2. Yeah, it's bad. This is a bit of logic that I screwed up earlier. Is I forgot to include the Lens when I was trying to figure out what the heck was Way of the Hero. Bad logic. So, Nada, this is just for fun.
Well,
winning is not always just for fun. Ask Emo about this one.
For season 4, so again, I think it depends on who you are, but a lot of clout available for winning weeklies. It's always pretty cool. Bragging rights is a huge thing, I think.
Oh yeah.
Just think people want to test themselves, I think.
It does always feel good to be able to win a weekly, that's for sure.
But outside of that, it's also just nice for, you know, personally as a player, just having a nice finish is worth more than money to me.
That works, Sadie. That works. Thanks for checking Saria's subject. I've still got a couple things left to track. Really just a couple remaining medallions at this point, though. Yeah, Sponge wins more people to the rest GTG side, haha.
Not me. I'm resolute.
Laughs in Ice Cavern.
Exactly, laughs in Ice Cavern. I like it.
Yendorf time for words. And Alfalfa is back to GTG. Hooray!
Never thought the day was gonna be excited about someone going back to GTG, but here we are. What a strange seed this has been.
Oh no, the problem is that there was Alfalfa hasn't got ice cavern yet, though, I don't think. Unless I'm wrong, I don't... As I said, because I don't think Alfalfa's gone back to ice, though, and you still need Song of Time for that.
I don't think he has, yeah, I think you're right.
That's
Doesn't
the
have it on his
problem.
tracker at least, so that's not a good
Right
sign.
idea. Still need Song of Time, though.
Right idea, wrong order, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could be okay, though.
Look at going back to Spirit Temple, then I suppose is what Alfalfa's doing with that. Now that they have Mirror Shield. Yep, 6 forfeit. 6 forfeits so far.
Yeah, the seed can
And
really
no
trip you up,
finishes.
so... Not surprising, I think.
Yeah, hey, oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, this was a seed.
We're approaching the 15 to 20 minute mark between Sponge and literally anybody else.
Which
This
could
season.
We might
These
actually
words
second
is-
place on stream.
Actually amazing.
The Words has got a very good shot at a podium to finish here. It depends on whether or not we can get a couple of if anyone else finishes in the next couple of minutes.
If Words wins, like, if he finishes now, like, and he comes in second, it's against some very steep competition, so it's definitely impressive if he does.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good runners in this race today.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of race time points up for grabs for him here.
That's true.
And coming in first on Restream, you know, that's better than coming first in the weekly, right? For sure.
This-
Didn't win overall, but you still won on restreams.
I mean, winner of the
He'll
weekly
take the
doesn't get an
second.
interview, you know.
I think you'd be pretty stoked about this finish here, Words.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he must be for sure.
That's for sure.
We'll get to ask him in just a bit. There he goes. Unless he gets sniped now, which would be really unfortunate, but
That would be
That
sad.
is- this is the way.
it's the way, yeah. That is how it is sometimes. Imagine getting sniped from first place, though. That must be really painful.
Yeah, that would.
I've sniped someone from last place once. Like, you know, if he would have been any fast, that would have been, you know, that would have been last place, but I wasn't. That felt good.
And GG's Words.
GG Words, he did it.
244.17, second place. We will get him in for an interview shortly.
Definitely will. Very exciting. I still hope to commentate a weekly sometime with a winner on stream. That'd be really cool. Hasn't happened
Oh,
yet. to
yeah.
me.
It's hard to do, even when you get a bunch of good runners together. It's could go all sorts of
Alfalfa
ways.
is mad. Alfalfa is very, very mad at Roarswind of the Colossus Fairy because he skipped us earlier and walked all the way back out.
Hey, here he is. So he's still muted though.
Yep, and yeah.
Hello.
And welcome.
Hey, there we go. Hey, Words, GG's.
Congratulations.
That was my best placement ever, and quite a large race too.
And you
Oh,
won
nice.
and you won the restream. That's also good.
Yeah, only because Salty opted out, I suppose.
You made the right call by just going ice early. I got really worried out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I feel like ice there was. I mean, it was a bit of a risk, especially with Fountain Baron, but I knew I really wanted to go GTG and cross the wasteland, and I didn't really want to do GTG without Song of Time, and that paid off, I guess.
That really did pay off, yeah.
Yeah, it did. You were the only person to go to GTG on Restream with Song of Time. Everyone else had to do
Wow.
the toilet for it.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So currently, Asari's Epic is the only person with who has the hammer. Did the Quarry of the Forest and then decided, maybe I should go back to GTG, make sure it's not bad. In the meantime, Alfalfa, having not picked up Furor's win the first time in crossing the wasteland, rather annoyed at that, is back in Spirit, seeing if doing mirror shield lock checks.
Yeah.
And
So-
Fluflush is in Forest Temple.
So you must be really happy with your finish here, but I'm really curious always with seeds like this when you finish in a really good time. Like, what do you feel you could have done better in this seed? Like, is there anything that stuck out to you like, oh, well, I really regret that. Maybe if I did it differently, I could have beaten Sponge. You never know.
Yeah, so Mirror Shield.
Mirror Shield.
I know when I picked up the bomb bag from the volcano pretty early, I think, because I figured most other runners probably didn't plant the bean as a child before they went adult.
Yeah.
And I realized that once I had that bomb bag, I should have just checked that grotto, and it probably wasn't the Mirror Shield, but it was the Mirror Shield. And then
Yeah.
I think that would have I could have cleared Spirit on my first way through, actually, except for the boss key. Which I think it might not have ended up costing me too much time in the end, but just being able to kind of have that information, I was still worried that, Frogs 1 or the well with Song of Storms in Sacred Forest Meadow could have been something really dangerous.
Right. I guess this is our time to explain to you this seed's really interesting logic. Yeah, Frogs 1 was logically required this seed, and Way of the Hero.
I assume Bolero was for Bomb Bag, which was for
No, it actually...
which was for Hover Boots.
No, Bolero was not actually Way of the Hero this seed. The GTG Bomb Bag was available. The GTG Strength upgrade was not. Your Strength 1, your Logical Strength 2 was on Frogs 1.
Oh, interesting. I'm glad that it didn't.
Bomb Bag did not lock any keys in GTG. Strength 2, however, locked 3 keys and the Lens of Truth in GTG, and you logically needed 4 keys to get your Bomb Bag out of. You logically needed 3 keys for the Strength in GTG and 4 keys for the Bomb Bag. You couldn't get through. You could not get 3. You could not get 3 keys without Strength 2. You could get 4 keys without Bomb Bag.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I kind of was thinking about GTG keys and trying to piece it together at the end, and just realized that I did not pay close enough attention to really figure it out, and just had to kind of run with it.
I myself screwed up quite badly because I forgot Lens of Strength 2 locked. Yeah. And then I eventually sorted it out. Our Way of the Heroes today were Zora's River for a long shot in the Strength upgrade, SFM for Strength on Frogs 1. We had SFM for just Storms. Wolf's Grotto was junk, and Bolero was not ultimately Way of the Hero. Deathman Crater was Way of the Hero for a long shot in Mirror, and then GTG was triple Way of the Hero for Lens, Irons, and Hammer.
Right, but not the Strength, presumably.
No, because Light Trial was dead.
Right. Okay.
As was OTC.
Yeah, that's interesting. Going back to mistakes, the other mistake I made that I don't know if anybody actually really noticed at the time, but when I was going to... At one point I was going back to market for the second time as a child, and I waited for it to turn night so I could check Richard. And little thing I should have done there, I should have entered when it was still daytime and picked up the skull mask, and then waited the last few seconds for night to check Richard. If there was something on Skull Mask this seed that was going to be much more painful than I had intended, given that I kind of set it up fairly early. So that was just a matter of not following through on the risks that I was already taking.
Yeah, a lot of it really came down to your Ice Cavern play. You're actually behind all the other restreamed runners. They were all in GTD, all in Spirit at the same time.
With Epona's early, I mean, you could potentially get into GTG before you have long shot. And
you could get that bomb bag even, and you wouldn't even have to set up the crater one. So I wouldn't be too surprised if Sponge got the GTG bomb bag first.
Yeah,
maybe. Although I feel like the crater play, if it gets you right into Mirror Shield and you can clear Spirit on your first round, through there, then that could be really powerful. I guess you still need the boss key from Child type. You're never going to clear it on your true first pass.
Yeah.
One thing we didn't see on the restream was any Valley play really at all early in the season. And I think that with a Child start going Lon plus Valley, I think was definitely an option. But Minuet was kind of a big gain there at the same time. So
I was thinking about that, especially once I got the scale. Valley to Lake felt really good, and ending up in River kind of that way. But I ended up, I think, going sort of the opposite way and starting from the forest and doing River first, and then Zora's Domain, and I think I picked something up in Lake that was just like, okay, that's when I go adult or something like that. What was on? There was something there where I was like, yeah, it's not worth it to go around to Valley at this point. But I thought about doing it the other way.
Yeah, it probably helped that you didn't do Valley because it might have gone GTG with less items earlier, and you definitely did not want to go to GTG without everything today.
No, you really didn't.
You really, really didn't want to go to GTG without all the items. Because that's what happened to most people today, is they went GTG without Song of Time.
So it is Song of Time hard locked then, I suppose, because you either need to do Toilet or you need Song of Time to get around the other side.
You need Song of Time for Toilet, so...
Because I didn't actually have to do Toilet, but I did it anyway.
No, you didn't, because you had Song of Time to get the keys and you could just skip Toilet.
Yeah.
But because the others didn't have Song of Time and used 2 keys to get to the right side where their irons were, they couldn't save scum their irons.
I suppose nobody had a gold scale yet at that point.
Well, no, because iron boots. Because you weren't going to do shoot the sun until you did water. I mean,
it was in logic. You have long shot and bow.
No, yeah, it isn't logic. It's just no one's gonna do it.
Yeah, I thought about it. On my way, that's another thing. On my way to GTG, the first time I did a couple field checks and I was like, "Gee, should I go to Lake to do adult fishing, laptop, shoot the sun?" And I was like, "No, I don't. No, that feels bad." Like it might have been a good call, because I mean the thing with season 4 is you want to be very thorough, just because there are so many things like mirror shield and iron boots and just like lots of one-off things, and I still needed hammer at that point. So like it was likely that I was going to get something from like it pays to be thorough, and so I was worried that I was skipping it and not having a way back there was going to be really rough. But
yeah.
So for season 4, would you say you're pretty thorough? Like, how thorough are you, would you say?
I started being very thorough, especially just because with closed Deku, it adds just like one other item that like it could be literally anywhere, and it just locks those checks, and like you don't know whether or not it's gonna kind of funnel you towards it. So even if it doesn't seem like you need a lot of items, like there are not a lot of dependencies between them. So
yeah,
I've started being very thorough in season 4.
No, it worked out very well for you in this seat, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, being thorough and going the ice cavern before GTG is definitely it's pretty much the main reason why you got a very easily first place on Restream. Speaking of, sorry subject, who will be second, just finished off Ganondorf. They'll be done in a couple minutes. It is going to pull off the sub 3 here.
Yeah, I think it's probably a good time to wrap up this interview then and get ready for the next.
Yeah, no, GG's words. Well played. Congratulations on second place.
Definitely congratulations. That's big.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Looking forward to season 4. Are you planning to participate in qualifiers?
Hoping to. Let's see.
Yeah, because qualifiers start in just 1 week.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, I'll clear the way for the next interview. Thank you so much for the.
Yep. GG's words. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for playing. And really just in time, because Ganondorf is just about to get defeated. I think a couple more seconds, and we'll have our... Wait, is there actually still in running for 3rd place? That's amazing.
Yeah, sorry subjects.
I had not expected that from his position earlier. That's pretty good.
No. Oh, by the way, he only just started again. He's got a minute or 2 left.
Been a pretty
That's phase
weird
1 down.
No, that's phase 2 down, right? Oh no, okay, never mind. I thought the sword was already in his pants.
No, it's not.
It's still gonna be really short though, a couple more seconds from here. Doesn't take that long.
No.
That would be amazing.
If he gets sniped for 3rd, that would feel bad.
Actually, I'm not sure if would Soras come in for an interview. I don't think he does talk, so we'll see.
We'll see.
I think he might decline that one.
Mm-hmm.
And Valva and Fluflush, meanwhile, still in Forest Temple. Kind of on the wrong track here. Understandable, but this is not where you want to be.
No, unfortunately, this is definitely not the place to be.
But I can understand why you would go here.
Yeah.
Can definitely
No, it absolutely makes sense. It's 8 items, and it's probably the most checked in location for them right now.
Yeah.
And GG Saria's object, then taking that 3rd place, 256.57.
Very nice.
GG's.
Well, you can see who wants to come in for an interview, but I wouldn't hold up your hopes for that one.
Nah, we'll see. In the meantime, though, Phantom Cannon is down for Fluflush. We've seen just about every major item in the game. I think we might be missing one last slingshot. That's about it.
Stone Forest will find a way, even if it's not necessary, apparently.
Yeah. Apparently so.
Can't be a Zuda stream without a Stone Forest being involved.
Yeah. And yeah, Sari's object has got to go, so unfortunately we will not get him in for an interview, so we're just gonna watch Fluflush and Alfalfa and see how long it takes him to go back to Ice Cavern.
Yeah, it's really the question. When are you gonna go ice?
Pretty much. It looks like Fluflush is having a bit of a think right now.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable.
Racking his
Still
brain.
only 3 finishers. That's what's blowing my mind right now. Just
Yeah, me too. That is
what
actually crazy.
What is this?
This is
Is this
apparently a
what
pretty
Golf
rough
would be
season.
like? That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. I know it's not, but at some point the dam's gonna bust loose here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Someday we're
Gotta
gonna see
imagine.
all of these finishes just flow in one after the other.
There's no way
Yeah.
it's gonna be 72 times 10
Oh, yeah.
minutes apart. Like,
Yeah, oh wait, Fluflush does have Song of Time, just needs to go Ice Cavern's a bigger problem. Yeah, Water Temple was clearable with Gold Skill if you have Zeal, or clearable with Irons and no Zeal. I guess, yeah, technically you could do Bosky Chest without Zeal, but well, with how this went, nah. Fluflush is still having a think.
Maybe he's thinking of forfeiting, perhaps.
It is possible with how this has been.
Yeah, at this point, if it's been going like this for you, I can imagine you're at least going to start thinking about maybe just giving up on it.
Yeah,
think it's
and it's
understandable.
understandable. Especially with that hover boots oof from Fluflush, that felt bad.
Yeah, that does feel bad.
We'll see how this goes. Keeping an eye on race time to see what if Fluflush decides to type anything there.
could just be a bathroom break.
Could
Doesn't
also be
know how
true.
much longer
Yeah.
it's gonna take.
We're overthinking it.
Who
It could just
knows?
be a bathroom break.
Could be
Yes,
90
could be
minutes
thinking
more.
while taking a break, yes.
Yeah, it's not unreasonable to do that, and I mean,
Nope.
there's only so much time, but you got to take care of yourself too, right?
Yeah.
A little bit,
Absolutely.
just a little bit. Alfalfa clearing out forest.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
soon done with it too.
Really go back to G2G. What does he have even left?
Jabu. Fluflush has done Jabu already, but Alfalfa has not. Or at least Fluflush at least dipped Jabu. I can't remember if Fluflush finished it off Baronada right now. Fluflush is not happy. He is back.
Yeah, he's there.
You can't be happy about the situation you're in right now because you're so close to finishing, but like you're just missing these essential things, and you're really running out of places to go. And the options that are left aren't obvious because that GTG is just like you think, oh yeah, lens and iron boots, I get it. But yeah, you gotta think a bit hard about that one.
Yep.
I think-
Water Temple Torches was your boomerang words.
I think there's a lot of people metagaming too, pretty hard.
Yeah.
You know, seeing Sponge finish so quickly, you're like, no way, there's no way it's Toilet for final GTG item. Like,
Right.
right, it gets required double dip. Like, usually, probably. unless you do ice before GTG.
Yeah,
In
you
which
definitely
case-
need the meta game in a seat like this. Like it really, like if you're at this point in the game, you gotta like take every information you can get because the game is not gonna give you much more on its own.
Yeah, I think it really comes down to the bomb bag and GTG, whether or not you get that as your first somehow. I mean, if you just go GTG, I mean, maybe the Valley play, like getting the GTG way the hero could have actually helped rather than Ender than maybe overall. Like if you just have that knowledge from like what, the 3-4 minute mark,
Yeah.
and skip chickens or something. I could definitely see that, but it's pretty tricky. I think there's a lot of like really easy traps to fall into in the seed like this near the end.
Yeah.
And the hammer could have been anywhere. It didn't have to be in G2G necessarily, right?
No, it did not. We will probably switch to the 2-player layout here shortly. Just since it's still going to be a little while for Fluflush and Alfalfa, and staring at a 4-person layout with only 2 people on it gets a little weird after a bit. As, oh no, Fluflush is, are you going back to Water Temple?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Why? Alfalfa's hopefully going to Ice Cavern now, by the way. Fliz checking hints is what right now. Looking for 30 skulls, maybe. Which makes sense. 30 skulls, in case that is it. It's not. I mean, pretty sure it's dead. It might be the last slingshot. That's about the only thing remotely notable we haven't seen yet.
It's definitely a good thing to go for if you think you're missing something. Or,
Yeah.
or if you think you've missed something already in the scene.
Yeah, and okay, yeah, we've gotten ourselves switched to the 2-person layout. Reminder to our trackers that to our 2 trackers today that we do have songs marked off on our 2-person layout, so you might need to run a bit of an update on that. Oh geez, so it looks like it's mostly up to date impressively, so nice. Really just the hammer missing. We'll need to refresh the page as well, spell anymore, because the page can get a little funky with the transition.
No, it's fine for me.
Good.
Kind of just went all properly for me. Nothing really broke at all.
Yeah. Yeah. GTG Center Chest is the hammer engine nerd. Yeah, Fluflush has very little left. Baronade, couple checks in water, child fishing maybe. There's not much besides GTG. Yeah, just switching to the 2-person. I asked Tiberian to switch because it's gonna be a little while yet, and staring at 4-person layout with 2 people dead for upwards of 20 minutes, just which it could be at this point, isn't particularly interesting. Thanks, Tiberian, for making the switch.
Still only 3 finishers, blowing my mind.
Yeah. Yeah,
72
right.
people, 72 people. 8 forfeits.
Yeah.
Billion people still left in the race. Rounding, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, the 1-2 punch of the hammer is just super nasty. The worst part is it's hinted too, right? So if you avoid GTG, you feel real bad in a seed like this. Same time, it's still only 1 check, so it's tough.
It is. It really is.
Anyway, I have unfortunate news. I have to be heading off because I'm running out of time. I have an appointment coming up, and I expected it to be in an hour, but they took a train too early, so I have to get going and get ready to pick them up.
All right. Thanks for commentating with us, Spell. GG Zephyr, 4th place, 305.37.
Oh, damn. Good time for Sever.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
4th place too. But yeah, thanks for commentating, Spell.
Yeah, it was a pleasure as always. It's unfortunate I had to cut it short again, but this time fortunately not for unfortunate reasons, but for pretty natural ones. Oh well. See you guys later. Bye.
Thanks, Mel. Yeah, also belated happy 3 hours while we're at it.
So now only 4 finishers out of 72.
Yep.
We're making our way. We're making our way there.
We're getting there slowly.
That is the theme of the seed. Well, except for Sponge. If your name is a Salty Sponge, you're not slow today.
No. Alright. Might as well send shoutouts to our runners. So Flution Alfalfa also putting in Word, Spell, and Saria's objects Twitch links, since those have now been removed, with us switching to the 2-person layout and Spell disappearing from the VC. And shoutouts also to our 4 trackers, as well as to my co-commentator Spell and Emo. We have Furry Chicken, Breptender Doze, Exadu, and Sadie Sweet, as well as to our restreamer Siberian. Thank you all for helping out with this race, and to our runners for running it. This has certainly been a seed. Playing time for Floosh.
Just doing the full water dip. This is what we call having a bath. Usually you just want to make it a quick water temple like a shower, but sometimes you do the full dip.
Yeah.
Oh, at least
It makes
Alfalfa
sense,
nice
but
now.
does it feel bad?
Oh yeah. You can have song times. I mean, from here, like, I think Flooplish's plan is probably to go back to GTG now after water. Wouldn't be too surprised. I think if they bail out of that, then they're in some real trouble, but kind of like routing wise, it makes a lot of sense to do that if you're just cleaning up the map and you don't have any idea where this item could be logically. Could be in a lot of different places, really.
Yeah.
Unless
It
you
really
really want to
could
go
have.
to the forest, it's like, okay, I'll do this other stuff now, I guess.
Meantime, though, Alfalfa is thankfully doing Ice Cavern. We'll see where he goes after Ice Cavern. Hopefully back to GTG. Key on Darklink.
Trying to
And then
imagine if
we've
there's
got-
like another point in the seed which could be a real choke point for a lot of people, because it doesn't make sense for this many people to only be caught up by the hammer. Like, I wonder if there's like a way in which you can get the hammer, all the GTG items, and still be missing something like, I guess Mirror Shield is the only other thing, really, right?
I mean,
else?
you'd expect people to get it right before or after Fire Temple if you skipped it previously. Shoot the Sun might trip some people up if they forget it. Honestly, the seed gave you postings fairly easily. Yeah, Deku Nuts are very OP Klizzix. I'm not sure, honestly, what else could severely trip people up. It's the hammer that's the worst thing in this seed. Yep.
Yeah, 40
Nothing in
minutes.
River Chest.
40 minutes since Sponge finished.
And only 3 4-4 finishes.
Yeah, like, huh.
Alright, that's Song of Time for Alfalfa.
There we go. I mean, the Song of Time can also be pointing to water too, if you think Song of Time could be locking anything. And I think
Yeah.
everyone, there's a lot of people that would go water, even it's a bad dungeon. Only 4 items really in it. But I mean, 4 is bigger than 1.
Yeah, and there's also the fact, oh, he's already done some of the checks and it has the boomerang. But the other thing is too that some of the time it's logically required for Iron Boots.
Yeah. The
Is
biggest
the
thing
other.
is that, too, you don't have to do water into GTG. You could just rush GTG because it's way of the hero as well. And just
Yeah.
drop down into water afterwards. Like, do you really want to do water? And, you know, aside from finding BK and all that, it can be a real time suck. Especially,
Yeah.
depends on what you do with Forest, but if you're kind of avoiding that time-wise too, it makes a lot of sense to just skip that as well.
Yeah. Alright, Fluflush is thankfully heading back to GTG. There's really nothing else left for Fluflush. It's this and, like, Baronade. Are pretty much the only checks left, so makes sense for Fluflush, just because this is a very literal last location. We are up to 10 forfeits now. Not surprised, out of a 72-person race with this kind of seed, yeah, we're gonna see quite a few forfeits.
Yeah, I'd expect like between 10 and 15 on average for like a weekly, like more or less 10% of the
Yeah,
active expenditures, a third sometimes if it's a lot. So it
yeah.
makes sense.
Hey, Spoder Steve, Hammer's in the GTG Center chest. Fluflush is getting it soon. And GG's Cola, 5th place, 312.38. And thank you actually for the thank you VXR. I'll mention it to Trez, because the 2-person tracker has not been updated yet. And I wouldn't replace the boomerang with the Kokiri sword. But bomb shoes would be a good idea. For some reason, I read that as boomerang. I don't know why. But yeah, we'll replace boomerang of bomb shoes with a Kokiri sword likely.
Tom Paus in 6th place,
Yeah,
313.25.
GG's to Tom.
Alright, here comes the toilet again. The 3rd iteration on the race stream. Meanwhile, Alfalfa is gonna go to Water Temple, kind of like Fluflush already has done. It makes sense. I think it's a sequencing question.
Yeah, it's at least six 2 items for Alfalfa, and it is kind of on the way to GTG in a way, but yeah.
With no
I mean, it's just
Serenade, it's tough either way.
yeah, it is. I'm pretty much just waiting on people to finish. Yep. Way of the Heroes. This was a thing. This seed's Way of the Heroes were a mess. Especially GTG Way of the Hero got really, really confusing.
Alfalfa's putting down Furor's Wind. Might be bailing out of water. Might be just be setting it in here. Oh. Huh. Looking on the left side.
Needs
Might be
keys,
for
just
routing. Yeah.
I was just gonna set it there so you can get back up that thing with water levels this much. Hey, LGK, welcome.
And it's hammer time for Floof.
Yep, that is Fluflush's go mode.
Backflipping onto the chest, surveying the landscape. Ooh, getting a nice bang in. All right. Making sure it works. You don't want to leave the store before. You don't want
Making
them
sure it
returning
works,
to the
right?
store. No. Makes sense.
Okay. Fluflush is not happy.
Yeah, a lot of these top finishers, they've been a lot of sort of the grinder kind of types. So no real surprises. I think the biggest surprise is Marco's not finished yet. Felix isn't finished yet. In terms of like
Yes.
the overall race.
Yeah, words, the water boss key chest always requires ZL in non-key sanity. And I think just the water boss key chest always requires ZL, period, in logic. And yes, Lens is actually Way of the Hero. Yeah, the logic was pretty idiotic here. I myself severely screwed up GTG Way of the Hero for a bit. Yep, always love when runners are expressive with after seeing with like shield flicks, rage bombs, or even just hammering something out of frustration. Especially hit-stones. I've seen a few people hammer a hit-stone out of annoyance. Bombing one works too, because then it takes off like a rocket.
Hey, if you're really salty and just want to really like waste 30 seconds and depends on your salt levels, I suppose, but yeah, always entertaining.
Yep, and no problem, Chaos Like, and thanks for watching. And also, while we missed it, GG's through Renako finishing 7th place at the time of 3:16:59. Not really familiar with this runner. I think it might be relatively new, but they've been doing pretty well in races recently.
It's Daisy Fan. They had a name change again.
Oh, for Daisy Fan, is it? Okay, that would explain why, because I definitely got confused there. Yeah, so very nicely done then. Did not piece it together. Name changes throw me for a loop. Every time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, good to know for the future, but yeah, GG's to Renako then. Our next finisher here. 7th place, 3:16:59. Pretty nice time. Not sure how many people are going to even be able to sub 3:30 at this point, Emo.
How many people do I think?
Yeah.
I mean, we're seeing a lot of more finishes in the past like 10 minutes than we've seen in the past like 40 to 50.
Yeah.
So, based off of that, based off of 10 people forfeiting, if I were still running in the race and I'm like in Ganas or something, I'd be really glad because I would be avoiding the 3:30 mark, in which case I think 20 people will be done.
Maybe. Boss key is in map chest, so not super deep, but it is deep enough Fluflush is not sub 3:30ing this.
No, I don't think they will either. I mean, they still have to do Twin Robo. That's like 3-4 minutes already. Ganon's,
Yeah.
the rest of Ganon's is 2-3 minutes plus the boss fights, and there's just not enough time for that.
Really, also finished. He hadn't also finished Spirit Temple, so yeah, gonna be a bit yet. For this for sure, though. Alfalfa's going back, child. Time for Jabu. Is what I expect here. Which is unfortunate. Makes sense for Alfalfa. GTG Center just isn't a great play. It's just unfortunate.
I've definitely felt running Season 4 seeds, they've definitely felt more constrictive to Way of the Hero, so if you follow those even harder than usual, even certainly and sometimes in, over progression, I think is sometimes worth it. It's kind of how much the evaluation, at least for me, has changed with Season 4. I also kind of agree with words and how they want to be more thorough in clearing the seed. But to what degree and when do you whip that out? I'm not entirely sure on that yet. I think it really depends on if you start adult or child. It has a huge effect on how you route and where you are, of course. But I think there's still a lot of good things to figure out about Season 4, thankfully.
Yeah.
Quite some time before it's all figured out.
We had a couple more finishes in the meantime. GG's to B Luigi and Let's Clay. 8th and 9th place, 321.01, 321.57. Hey, B, GG's. Yeah, that hammer location's kind of bad.
Alfalfa, I guess, gonna clear the rest of Jabu, right?
Yeah, okay. B, I guess it is time for me to explain to you GTG key logic. The very short version is that Song of Storms is Way of the Hero for the Strength 2 in Zora's River. The strength in GTG was logically strength 3 because you could only get 2 keys without strength 2. There were 2 on the right side, 1 in the toilet, 3 in the leg room, and I think the last one was in the maze, was deeper in the maze.
Yeah, third chest, I think.
Yeah, which as I thought. And you could not get, and the Song of Time was not available without Strength 2 today because Lens was in the GTG leg room. This is something that I myself screwed up. So you needed 3 keys for the GTG Strength upgrade. You could only get 2 without Strength 2, logically. That is why GTG was Song of Storms was Way of the Hero. GTG key logic, everyone. GTG key logic. It got dumb. That is the Way of the Hero list, by the way, B. That's the Way of the Hero list.
And then Link shot the sun, and by the gods, Din's fire came out from the sun.
Yes, that's what I screwed up too, B. Yes, B. That is what I myself forgot at first, is that Lens locks CL, so I thought Din's fire had to be in the well, and then it showed up on Shoot the Sun, and I'm like, wait a second, what did I screw up here? Oh yeah, Din! Lens. GG's also Actinide finishing 320 in 10th, 323.07. We are definitely getting all the finishes in now. Not even look. Yeah. And GG's Reach 11th, 324.39. Yeah, this GTG key logic was bad. Fun fact, B, because of GTG key logic, Bombag was not Way of the Hero in Crater, and neither was that Bolero.
There is one good part about the GTG key logic that you could have figured out. Granted that there's a third strength in GTG, so it's already, I think, was it even strength 2 locked, I think? Right? Just because there's in the maze.
Which one?
2? Or
strength 3 is strength 2 locked. That's the whole point.
Okay.
Behind the Storm's Way of the Hero.
If you find that in GTG, you can probably figure that out, especially if you dip Spirit afterwards, after your first GTD trip. You probably can think to yourself, oh wait, there's nothing in Spirit. Wait, is it just for like GTG? And it's Way of the Hero location too, so I think like it's possible to think that, but there's also how many dungeons at the same time were open. Like you had Ice, you had Bomb the Well, you had Forest just kind of chilling, Jabu. So it's pretty hard to just kind of pick that one line out of all those options too. So it's pretty simple, the conclusion, but
yeah,
the actual like execution, not so much.
Yeah, GG's Aeronaut, 12th place, 325.42. Yeah, just had to check Center Maze. The thing is, you had to go to the Ice Cavern beforehand because no one saves coming Iron Boots in this seed. Hey, sorry, as object, GG's! Boomerang was on the Water Temple Torches chest. Also, I got reminded too that even if it was a way of the Hero Bomb Bag and Crater, you could have gotten with Hover Boots after getting the bow off Lab Roof. So there's also that for extra fun. I just got reminded of it looking at Standard Race results. Not going to speak further on that. Yeah, there's both basically safe scumming irons. GG's Carb 326.42. And Kirox 326.47. 57. Foolish might not even be top 20 at this point. At this rate, we're going.
I mean, I'm getting closer to my prediction. If there, I think it's hit 20 people by 3:30.
Yeah. Still could happen.
It's like saying Santa's not real. I know it's true. I just kind of don't want to believe it. I want to believe that Bluefish can get top 20. I just don't know. Also, yeah, Santa's not real. Sorry, stream. I ruined Christmas.
Alright, it's Child Spirit time for Floosh. Gonna pick up Bosky here, gonna go Adult, finish off Twinrova, and then go beat Ganon. GG's FMC, 327.58, 15th place.
FMZ, another one of our keyboard warriors in the community.
Mhm.
Not very many of them, but they do exist.
GTG Way of the Heroes were White Valley and Colossus. So, great locations. Great locations. Really for the better that they were kind of late for most people, though, because otherwise you would have maybe done itemless GTG, and itemless GTG was not a good idea today. At all.
And the only
I mean,
way I could see
VXR
going
technically... Hey, there's a wrestling shot on Marinade. We have now seen every major item in the game. My note sheet is completely filled out except for the 30 skulls one. And, yeah.
Those Pappy Grand and Say finishing 16th and 7th.
Knifing there. 329 flat and 329.11. GG's to them both. 30 skills was checked. Yeah, I don't know if we ever saw the hair.
No, I don't think we did on my stream.
Yeah. It was a yellow. It was a gold. Red. It was a huge ruby.
I also checked it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Feels bad. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, it could just be taking a bathroom break for Alfalfa.
Yeah,
Definitely at this point. Step away from the computer.
Yeah. We may end up rating Alfalfa at this point because we do have something else coming up on this channel in a little under 30 minutes. We have the Ocarina of Time Championship Series coming up up at 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. CST. That'll be their third challenge in Ocarina of Time. This vanilla Ocarina of Time speedrunning challenge series going on. Their season 3 is currently doing some challenges to start up the season. And so we will have to cut at some point. Maybe end up rating Alfalfa depending on how this goes with timing. But that will be coming up right after this.
Yeah, it's pretty sick if you haven't seen that too before. I mean, like Star said, it's vanilla Ocarina of Time, so how cool can it really be? Well, I mean, they have these cool goals that are revealed at the start of the race, as far as I understand it, and a lot of them are pretty weird. So you see a lot of cool situations, people using glitches here and there to accomplish those goals. And it's just a very different experience than watching Rando. So I would definitely recommend watching it.
Oh yeah, it's super interesting. By the way, we are past the 3 hour 30 mark. 17 people. You were a little off, unfortunately.
And I can only be so right. 17 over 20. I think I'll take the 3 entrant inaccuracy. I think that's a pretty good guess.
Yeah.
Oh, Tito.
18th place, 331.40.
There's Felix.
And Felix, 331.56. Okay. Blue Flush is now in Twin Rova. Latest versions changed it so she can't snipe you while you're still climbing the platform, which is a nice change.
Yeah, I really didn't like it when they came from the chandelier in Spirit here. That was just so frustrating. So I like this recent change where they just kind of like melts out of the ground, like in the cutscene. Just it's the best of both worlds, I think.
Yeah, and this is a GTG play for Alfalfa finally. GG's to Marco and Fanta Tank. 322.19, 322.22, 3 seconds, 9. Now we're getting all the finishes.
Alright,
People
so
have.
15
This is
minutes
pretty
off.
much about what I'd expect from the good runners to 100% a seed.
It's a really
Sergeant
cool
Kills coming
back
in.
shot with the Blue Flush there.
Yeah.
I think it was the back of the, or you just hit the shield back to hit the other wedge. Super, like if you're on the range of swag, like you don't like pull that out unless you're super confident with it. Because you can just die to Twin Rova. So it's pretty sick overall.
Yeah. Yeah. Alfalfa doesn't. We don't know if they have a mic on, but I know their audio is quite wonky due to how their setup is. Also, it's incredibly loud as I just turned it on to test it.
It's Biggerons, so all he did was equip Biggerons and then get hit with the shields and have it face the other witch. You just angle and link toward the camera, so you just have to like hold R and then angle down. And that'll make the shield go up. I'm pretty sure is what happened there.
Yeah. Alright, Alfalfa is gonna pick up Hammer here shortly. Also pretty much literal last locationing this. And that's Blue Flush's last medallion at 3 hours and 34 minutes. We'll be finishing around the 340 mark here.
At 22 people, still not quite 50 people running, still 36 people in the race. So it's very hefty, this race.
Yeah. A lot of people preparing for Season 4.
That's true. It's coming up next week, and oh man, it's going to be such a cool time. We'll see how many the first qualifier is going to get. I think it'll be probably the biggest one, just like it has been in the past few seasons. Can it outdo the 121 that I think the first qual of Season 3 was? Somewhere around there. Just playing in those is really scary. Ooh, Alfalfa is back in G2G. Definitely looks like he's going to go for the hammer, thankfully. So it'll be just closing out the seed for him.
Yeah. Looking at standard race results, yeah, people are confused by the GTG, by the way of the heroes today.
Yeah, it all comes down to sequencing. I mean, you can have all the execution in the world, but you don't sequence things in the right order, especially in this seed, it can have a huge impact on how much time you lose. The problem is knowing that in the moment and reacting quickly to it. It's not easy. Yep, there it
The
is.
hammer for Alfalfa. Raidus Fluflush gets the Ganondorf.
Oh yeah, there we go. Gotta test it out. Okay, it works. Gotta go.
Yeah, Alfalfa unfortunately still has a good bit to go, and I'm not sure. I think we might be cutting it a little bit too close for OCS to be able to watch Alfalfa finish it out. Unfortunately, because of this because of this Fire boss key being so late. Has Alfalfa gotten the Spirit boss key yet?
No. I don't think so. I mean, he still has to get Requiem, so...
Yeah, fair point. He can't. Duh. Facepalm. Yeah, Alfalfa, it might be. Why not raid him? Because we're going to be having OCS right after this. So we'll probably do a quick interview with Fluflush, and you guys can go over to Alfalfa stream to finish it out, to watch it out. Alright, Ganon time for Fluflush. And GG's Babas finishing 23rd, 338 flat. Currently sitting at 14 forfeits out of 72. Not too surprised. And that's getting phase 1 down for Fluflush.
It's only 20% forfeit rate. It's not crazy yet.
No, not bad yet. See how many more forfeits come in as we wait for Fluflush to finish. That's Ganon down now.
Oh, there's Levi finishing 24th.
339.
Fluflush.
Yep, 339.24. Zupal's making even harder, 339.30. Jeez.
Oh no.
And now GG's to Fluflush, 339.47, getting a double snipe.
Oh, man, that's a tough finish, but GG's.
GG's.
Probably had his eyes on top 20, looked like there for a while, but just kind of falling away from it a little bit. The hammer
Yeah.
location was too much.
Yep. I think we should be getting Fluflush in for an interview as well. As GG's to Just Sam, 340.13.
Unfortunately, Fluflush declined interview.
Oh, is it? I couldn't tell. Looking at race time.
He said, yeah, no prob. But I think it's a no. No, probably.
I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure how to read that, I'll be honest. Oh, no, he's in BC.
Oh, okay, so he's here, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that was. I thought I
Let
interpreted it
me
as a yes,
check,
you interpreted it as a
where is
no.
it? Yeah, okay.
Pull him in.
Salut, Fluflush, GG's.
Hello, thank you so much.
Oh, GG's.
That was something, yeah?
That was
Yeah,
something.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
cheap.
Oh gosh.
So,
How
what are your
about
general
that
thoughts?
GTG?
We've got just fuckloaded there. And I think the meta here was to get overboots earlier, and then went
Yes.
GTG ice out of logic in order to full clear GTG in one trip. I think.
Yes. That is what Words with Swords did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, he did well. He did pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He was
That's nice.
second place. Yeah.
Oh wow.
First place on Restream, second place overall.
Yeah, second place. Yeah. GG. That was a
It
good
was a
score.
best finish
Yeah.
for Words ever. So that's got to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, you were easily the last person on Restream to get hover boots, Floosh, because you dealt both of Reed and Rado and left.
Yeah, I totally forgot. I think I could have done it just as soon as I got the bow there.
Yes, if it was right next to it isn't Kakariko.
Yeah, that's so dumb. But I can't do that
You
again.
just, yeah,
That's so
no,
dumb.
don't forget adult shooting gallery when you get a bow and cack, please.
At least hammer was worse, so it's okay. No.
Yeah.
In the end, I've less regrets than when fighting my overboots. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. But before that, after like clearing water, I was feeling good because everything was everything flowed well and so on. I feel good, but then yeah. After that, yeah, this is open world seed. You have to seek for only two things.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hover boots aside, that was an unfortunate oops for not doing adult shooting gallery. Hover boots aside, Words was the only person to get hammered on his first trip to GTG because Words was the only person who went to GTG with Song of Time.
Yeah.
Everyone else had to go back. Sorry his object managed to not last location hammer, both you and Alfalfa did.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Actually, that was good. That was good to think about it. To get Song of Time before. That was good.
Yep. Yeah, because you
It's
couldn't
risky,
save scum
maybe
the
risky.
right side maze.
It's
Yeah.
right.
Risky, but with weight. But yeah. Right,
Oh,
because you
yes.
couldn't save scum right side maze with the iron boot there.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess theoretically you could have done gold skill water, but you were probably not getting dense fire before you got iron boots today.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Shoutouts, by the way, to that triple wave, the hero GTG.
sorry?
Triple wave, the hero GTG, Lens of Truth, iron boots, and the hammer.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. And useless strength, I think.
Yes, useless strength. That was your logical strength 3.
Yeah. It was illogical.
It was not in logic because
it was not. Yeah.
no, because you couldn't get 3 keys without strength 2.
Okay. Yeah. You have to count the two closed doors near Song of Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the logic assumes you're really bad at key usage.
And so yeah, in Forest Temple, yeah, I greatly hesitated to leave soon, because I knew that we couldn't get the Requiem before crossing Wasteland.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, but if armor should be locked by Zidel, by the way. And then I remember the Iron Boots in GTG was locked by SOT. So behind the Last Lullaby, so he couldn't. So armor basically couldn't be anywhere in the world, I think.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be locked by ZL. I hope you can. I don't know if you catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Well, Hammer could have been ZL locked. You had
It
to.
is, but it could. It wasn't necessary, I think. Yes, because of the iron boots.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah.
The definitely got a little complicated because the logic wanted you to cross the way. Triple way of the hero GTG had your lens of truth across the wasteland for ZL. That was a logical double dip of GTG because you were supposed to get the lens, cross the
Yeah.
wasteland, get ZL, go to Ice Cavern, and then come back with Song of Time for Iron Boots and Hammer.
When you when you play safe, it's necessary.
Yeah.
Well,
No, Words went to Ice Cavern out of logic with his hover boots, and that paid off huge.
yeah. Oh gosh, I don't know if I got the overboots before. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. This definitely got a little trolly. We've had to load more finishes. We are up to 34 finishes and 14 forfeits.
Oh, 14 forfeits. That's great. I think that's high, actually.
Yeah.
That's high.
Well, I mean, it's been this kind of seed. That hammer was not nice.
No, not at all. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. All right. Unfortunately, we do have to cut this interview short. Because we have in about 10 minutes here on this very channel, we have the Ocarina of Time Challenge Championship Series, challenge number 3, starting in about 10 minutes here on this channel. So we need to get off this channel so that we can get that restream going. For those of you who wish to watch Alfalfa finish it out, should be another 10 or 15 minutes tops, hopefully. Go over and watch his channel. We will probably not be rating him due to the fact that we have another restream coming up right away. But follow our runners here: Flu Alfalfa, Words of Swords and Saria's Object, following in Words and Saria's Object's Twitch links manually, since we did have them removed from the command since we switched to the 2-player layout. Shoutouts to my co-commentators, Emo Soda and Spell having to leave early, so also putting in that link manually. Shoutouts to our restreamer Siberian, who's been helping out a lot behind the scenes, and to our other behind the scenes people: Curry Chicken, Gratinder Doze, Ixadu, and Sadie Sweet, helping out behind the scenes as trackers. Thank you all for helping with that. Thank you, Dutch Slayer. But we are going to cut stream pretty much here now. We've got the OCS coming up in a couple of minutes. We have the Minish Camp Randomizer weekly race there today. And then at 12:20 a.m. Eastern, we have tonight/tomorrow morning, we have the Wind Waker's Warlock tournament match. So that'll be pretty much it for us. Click over to Alfalfa's channel if you want to watch them finish it out. And thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for having me. See everyone sees 4 quals. Be cool.
Looking forward to it.
I
See you next time then on ZSR. With everything said so far, we are back in about 8 minutes for the OCS. And in 1 hour the Minish Cap that was already mentioned. And check the schedule for more Zelda content here on ZeldaSpeedRuns. See you next time.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.